as soon as we hit uh, 1 hour mark to 24. So as soon as we do, we will be getting into that countdown. So let's do that. Here we go. We're back. We're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We're at 58 minutes and 53 seconds until the 24-hour mark. Let's take a look. Chrome tab, adding this in. We can take a look at where we're at right now at an hour to 24 hours. We're already at $60,000, which is incredible to me at the 23-hour mark. I don't think that's any sort of record, but it's pretty damn amazing, man. Let's see who's in the chat and give big time good mornings to everybody. Matt Cisco, hello, my friend. Commander Mark, or Commie Mark. I want to call you Commander Mark because I have a friend named Commander Mark. He's a amazing art instructor, art teacher. Michael Green's in the house. How are you, sir? What an incredible day, man. Sark's in the house. Shinto's in the house. Bugnish, Bachwinkle, good morning. Darth Pusher, what's up? Tommy, how are you, man? Arthur Brown, good morning. Let's see who else. English is in here. Mr. Monkey. Jude, good morning, man. We got the link in the description this time. Boy, Zach gave it a shout out. Awesome. I got a shout out back to you, Zach. Afternoon, morning for me. We're on our way to 24 hours here. We are looking like we're 57 minutes and 17 seconds away. Commander Mark is the Elseworlds version. You guys both exist, which is really fantastic. If you guys haven't checked him out, check out Commander Mark. He used to have a TV show in the 80s called Secret City. It's actually where I learned how to draw when I was a kid. I used to watch him on PBS. Hail Caesar Caligula. Hail Commercegate. Hail chat. I don't know if you guys got to see the auction last night with EBS and Peter Simeti and Patrick and Kanan and Andrew and Carl and Rob, bunch of really cool guys. Preston, the good Preston. Yeah, what up, Death Metal? How are you? Kevin, how are you, sir? We're counting down. We're at 56 minutes until. Let me put the invite in the chat, bring some people in. We can talk comics, talk everything. I just want to tell you guys how incredibly blown away I am by the fact that this has done as well as it has, and we haven't even hit 24 hours yet. Pretty damn incredible. Let's take a look at what we're going to be seeing on this cool thing. I wish it would show the whole page. It's weird it doesn't show the whole thing, but here's some of the stretch goals. I need to fix this because look it, guys, we made our $50,000 stretch goal. This comic will be perfect bound. I'm gonna show you what perfect bound looks like for those that don't know. Thank you for the congrats, Bristolian Geek Dave. Thank you so much, man. This you say so far, and yeah, I mean, holy crap! This is done in less than 24 hours. What I thought and hoped that the campaign would do completely, even more so. So, hail, hail, hey, Charlie's London, how are you? So this is what perfect bound is, guys. Perfect bound. You know, you got your standard comic. I don't. Let me see if I can grab a regular comic. Let me go grab a regular comic off our good friend the Spinner Rack. Look at this classic Extreme Studios hoodie. This is from back when I started, and it fits except for the arms. I'm a little long armed, man. Backer Kid is predicting the project will end up with 300K. What the heck? That would be insane. That would be completely insane. Is that 300K based on 30 days? Is that based on 30 days? Gotta let me know. I gotta check out Backer Kit. When I first looked at it, I saw it was like a tracking and fulfillment service, and I didn't. I already have my fulfillment wrapped up as far as who's doing it, so I didn't really look at it. But let me go grab a regular comic. Maybe grab some. Well, I should have some. I think I had a whole stack of Black Flag somewhere. Hold on a second. Let me find out where those went, and we could take a look at them. And we'll do a little bit of talking about the Black Flag characters while I show you a little bit of tech specs. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, here we go. They're down here, actually. Good, 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 good. I didn't have to go far. I didn't have to go far at all, man. That's based on 30 days. Man. All right, so here we are. We're talking about the difference between perfect binding and saddle stitch. And saddle stitch is what it was before we decided that we were going to go to perfect bound. And it's basically you guys decided. You guys voted with your trust and your faith and your wallets. So this is a concept I created back in the 90s called SWAT. I'll tell you about it in a minute, but this is saddle stitch, right? If you take a look at it, you'll see that it's got staples in the spine. Staple, staple, staple. It's what you call your traditional floppy. So this is your floppy. This is how we were gonna put out Black Flag Pineapple Perception, with staples. But you guys voted with your confidence and your wallets to make Pineapple Perception square brown, which is now making it prestige. So we're going to get a nice spine with the creator credits on the side, the title of the book. We're going to end up putting a 1 in the corner. And what will end up happening, you know, Lord willing, is if it does, it keeps doing what it's doing. By issue 2, we're going to introduce, maybe issue 3, we're going to introduce a slipcase, man. And when we have the slipcase, it'll be nice and handy to put all 4 copies of your comic in there. And it'll look nice and what's the word for it? Handsome. It'll look nice and handsome on your bookshelf, and we'll create some really good artwork for that slipcase. So we're going to go through and talk about the comic, but before, I feel something. I feel the presence. I feel a presence. Bam!
What up, Fragga? Boom!
Good morning,
dude.
Jeff
You are
Metal
killing it.
Unbelievable.
You are killing it, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I consider it a we thing. I've got, you know, this new company is Incredible Comics, and the victory here is for the company. We're going to be able to start and bring new books, and it's just great. Alpha Nibba has a question. I will have an answer. Can you put an add-on for the $100 head sketch tier so we can get both the black and white colored cover? You know what? I'm going to do that right now. should I make that an add-on or just make it a tier, or make it I'll just make it a tier, right? Or an add-on. How do I do that? How would you guys prefer that? You want that to be an add-on or a tier by itself? Because I can make it hold on, Luke. I don't know if you can feel it. I'm feeling the sizzle
What
of
is
an
that?
incredible. It's an incredible cook, an incredible man. Michael Green's in the house.
What up?
What's
What's
up,
going
my
on?
man? How are you doing? Good morning.
Good
Good to
morning.
see
I was
you,
just
man.
getting up. I was laying in bed and I saw my notification. I was like, oh, got to put my hat on. I haven't combed my hair.
Yeah, man.
I had to put my contacts in.
What's that like, gentlemen, having hair? You know, I haven't had hair in a very long time.
It's trouble.
It's trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tier perk.
It can be.
Okay, so somebody wants me to make a head sketch a perk, so I'm going to do that. Charlie's London. I sense Charlie's London in the house.
Charlie's.
Hey.
Charlie, how
What up?
are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your first time on the Couch Doodle Show. Welcome.
Good to meet
Thank
you.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to stay a huge amount of time, but when I saw you drop the link, I wanted to just come in and see you guys and just say, like, Dan, so much, man, well done. Like,
Thank
it's
you.
been so nice to watch your success. Every time you stream, you're friendly, you're engaging, you give great advice to people, and it's really, to me, it's amazing because you're such a pro. You've been doing it so long, but the whole crowdfunding thing is new. So on two parallels, you're like really useful to people that need advice because you're giving old school advice, but you're learning yourself. So
I'm
it's
complete.
It's
This
really
is
useful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all new, and I got a lot of people to thank that have been educating me. We've got David Brohawk Williams in the chat. That is my homie from back in the day. I don't know if you guys know David Williams' artwork, but you need to. The answer, my friend Brohawk, amazing. I can't believe it.
Incredible, even.
Yeah, incredible. Please drop the name of your comic in the name of your comic in the chat, bro. I want to tell people about it. He's got a comic book coming out from the Breitweissers company, from Allegiance.
Nice.
And it's going to be, you're going to find it in Walmarts, and it's going to be pretty damn cool.
Man, I can't wait to see comics back in Walmart.
No joke.
That's going to be awesome.
Joke. Charlie's, what's going on? You're in you're actually in England, right?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
awesome.
actually in London. So
That's incredible.
Awesome.
I've only been there 3 times, and every time it was just running through Heathrow. That was it. I was going to Amsterdam, I was going to Italy, and every time I stopped in Heathrow, which was like stopping in a mall that just happened to have airplanes going in and out of it.
I haven't been to London. I haven't been to England, but I've been to Harry Potter Land in Universal Studios, and
I've been there.
They serve like the British breakfast, I guess, in like one of the restaurants there. And is that really what it's like with the beans? They give you beans.
Yeah, I mean, Jan, my fiance though, he's really funny when it comes to breakfast. Like he insists on having his beans like in a little bowl set because like I don't want my beans going all over my egg. That's just weird.
Nah, that's good. Beans on toast.
Okay.
Beans on toast is great, and bangers and mash, man.
Yeah, I was about to
Big
say
fan.
bangers and mash. That's where it's at for me.
Yeah, and I used to drink the hell out of cider too. Name of Brohawk's book is Bass Reeves. So you guys make sure you check out Bass Reeves. I believe it's a Western, man. And
But a real historical figure.
That's awesome. And we got Tommy Sarkin has seen it, as have I, and he's not exaggerating, man. Look at this. People are already familiar with that book, you guys. Bass Reeves is favorite out of the 3-pack from Allegiance Arts. For sure, man. Excellent. Can you answer my question about the ash can so I can back, please? CG Raven, let me back up and see where it's at. The only way I can see stuff is if you pop it out with a super chat. Let me see where your question is. Any reason why the ash can is the same as the old original color-wise? Yes, because I want people to have the same kind of artifact that other people have. There were only 500 of them. Mike Green's got one. He's holding it up. There were only 500 of these made, and it happens to be the rarest item of all the Black Flag collections. So here are two of them. We've seen them go as high as $130 on eBay. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's make a new one. Let's make a replica version. I mean, I know Ethan has done different ones. Like he's done a color version of another ash can. That's his campaign. My campaign is really, I wanted to create a legit artifact for people that never got to get it in the first time, that aren't trying to pay $130 to get it. So
I almost had one off of eBay for like $50, and then somebody got in and sniped it right out from under me.
snipers be sniping, man. Snipers be sniping. But
is that a Panosian?
That is a Panosian. I tried to get him back in to do another one.
That would be awesome.
I gotta know, but CG Raven's asking, how can you tell the difference? Wonderful question, sir. All caps really definitely made it stand out. Well, number one, Mike has the answer here. There will be no Lifebolt Shooter Youngblood 94 on the back. In fact, I'm going to create and you guys are hearing it now, but blowing my surprise. I'm going to create a unique piece of art that goes on the back here. Also, the indicia is going to change. It's going to say Incredible Comics. And this info is going to change. This will stay the same. All the Extreme Studios indicia business is going to change, but that's the only way you'll tell the difference. We're going to do everything we can to get the same stock, same everything, but back cover will be different, inside cover will be different, and that image eye will also have an Incredible Comics instead. And that's it. CG Raven, you're welcome. Happy to answer. Sketch Therapy's in the house. Good morning, Sketch. Great auction last night. Yeah, man, what a fun auction. I sold 2 8-packs last night, including drawing of the Predator, drawing of some other stuff. So people want to know. I've had some people already email me what is the plan for Incredible Comics once we got Pineapple Perception out and going. Well, I'm not going to be putting out anything new until Pineapple Perception #1 is fulfilling. So not until you guys actually have these in your hands will I be doing the new books. But great news, I was able to get my rights back from the Grave. So we're going to be bringing the Grave back out with the Grave trading card set, a brand new Grave hardcover with some new features in it. And then I have several properties that I own that I can bring back. People have been asking about Gear Station. Of course, there's this one called SWAT. SWAT is basically, I'm going to go full screen on SWAT. If you guys are familiar with Mark Millar's Kick-Ass, this came out long before Kick-Ass, and it's a normal teenage boy and a normal teenage girl who decided they wanted to fight crime because what had happened is these bad guys here, all of these villains, they realized that going into the big cities have big superheroes, and it was hard to make a buck. So they said, let's go into Middle America and start robbing and pillaging in Middle America. Well, this kid wasn't having it anymore. So what he decided to do is become a superhero. So he and his friend, his older friend that's a girl that he can't get a date with, decide to go to the hardware store and buy stuff. And we talk about their trip to the hardware store to find things to kick ass and kick the butts of bad guys. So SWAT is on the roll call.
Hell yeah.
Is there titty milk in SWAT is the question. There is. It's left-breasted titty milk, which is a little different. It's a different growth. My wife is breastfeeding our daughter, so I get to see how that's done, which is a lot of fun for me. And then we also have a really fun concept that is called Switch, and it's something I've been working on since 2005. And it's lowercase s, uppercase WITCH. It's about a girl who trades places with the main character from her favorite book. There's a book called Seasons of Magic. It's not unlike a Harry Potter style book where the main protagonist is a girl named January Winters. She is a season of magic. She has the ability to conjure things at her will. And inside this book, They have these things called thunderstick races, which are like these flying motorcycles, and they have these magic battles. And so what's going to end up happening with that one, which is going to make it really different than any other campaign you've ever seen, is this comic, like I said, is about a character, Molly Peters, a normal person like us, a normie who has a favorite series of books called Seasons of Magic. She's reading episode 4 of her book, waiting for episode 5. She wakes up one morning and she is now in book 4, and January Winters is now in her life wondering, what magic is this? But what's going to happen in this campaign is you're going to get the comic and you're going to get the novel, an actual novel that the series is based on. So you're going to be able to read the book Seasons of Magic as if it was a real book series. Be like Molly Peters, read that book, see what's happening. But what ends up happening when Molly trades places with January Winters is she screws up book 4 like Marty screwed up the past when he pushed his dad out of the way of the car. So we wonder, how is Molly going to get home? How is January going to get back in the book? How is book 5 going to get written? So that's going to be Switch, and I'm looking to hire some artists. I'm actually already talking to some guys, some pencilers. I'm talking to some writers to write the novel. I'm writing the comic, and that's on the docket too. So hitting 60,000 is really opened up the possibilities for Incredible Comics. And without giving any spoilers away, Gear Station is a definite, but I'm not going to say how or why until you know, and you're going to know that next year. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at our countdown, guys. We are at. I was big screen the whole time, man. Sorry about that. I thought all 4 of us were there. I'm learning. Like Carl said, I'm learning. 38 minutes and 30 seconds until the 24-hour break, and we're gonna see where we are right now. But we're gonna go through. Somebody was requesting a head sketch perk, just a solo head sketch perk. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add that in there. I got to talk to the fulfillment people as far as shipping. Tombo says I need to make a perk with my musk. Yeah. It's funky, man. My son digs it. He tells me I stink good. Kids are weird, you know. It's weird. The Cuck is here. Cuck is in the house.
Cuckosaurus,
man. Cucky Balboa is somebody that I wish somebody would create that name, Cucky Balboa. If you do, you get a wrench. Unless you're not cool, we'll vet you. What's up, Matt Fowler? Thank you for the congrats. Let's take a look at where we are right now. Let's do a little refresh and see where we are at 38 minutes till 24. We are at $60,429, halfway to 61,678 backers. That's incredible. Can we hit in a half hour? Can we hit 61,000? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think so. You're going to get a massive spike next week anyway, because don't forget that this is, I don't know if it's the same for you guys in the States, but here it's not been payday yet. So next week you'll probably find people who haven't been spending money because of what's been going on, because of travel, food, whatever. They're not going out seeing their friends. They're investing it in the comics, which is great. But then the other guys who are like, I just want to be a little bit careful. You're gonna watch your scales and stuff, your graph and things next week. You're gonna spike again.
Thank you for that. Your expertise is definitely welcome. Thank you so much. I'm also Monday. I'm very excited at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be on Heel versus Babyface. Which is a really great channel with, I don't know if you call them Az or AZ because it's a capital A and a capital Z, but if you guys check out Heel, HEELVS, Babyface, BABYFACE, wonderful channel. He is Comicsgate friendly. He loves Star Trek. He loves Doctor Who. He does awesome, fun stuff on sci-fi, has a lot to say about it. Let's go through. I'm gonna break out some of these comics here. Maybe start with issue 0 so we can get into some of the origins. Michael Green has given me a heads up yesterday that people want to know a bit about these characters. I put a little bit into the campaign so you can see who they are. Man, I wish there was a way for me if I could plug in that other camera, but I'll just hold it up here. So here we've got the cover of Zero. Let me see if I can twist this to slide that glare. Oh, that glare is coming from the computer, so it's going to be what it's going to be. This is the cover of number 0, penciled by none other than Deadpool X-Force creator Rob Liefeld, my friend. He gave me my first job in comics. We've got our character here, Gorilla. We got our character here, Sniper, and we've got none other than the lovely. Hold on, I got to pet her back. There we go. I love her, April Emoto, aka Geisha. She's in here, so we get a bit of Geisha's backstory in here, and we get to understand how and why she became the heiress to the Emoto Corporation. Like any other rich person. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how rich people live, but she does training. But there seemed to be an outbreak at one of their facilities, and she was sent in to go to the rescue. Once she gets back and takes care of that business there, she's going to go back and see her dad, who's doing this presentation at the science fair of this brand new morphing armor. He's able to have this armor thanks to our character Rascal, who is this guy here. Not this guy. That's me screaming. I don't know why I'm screaming. That's Rascal right there.
You were excited.
I am very excited, and I'm ADD this morning. It's because I had processed sugar, which is really just a terrible thing. I don't like it, and I'm not. I told my wife I'm not having sugar again. I quit sugar. And then I had some, and now I feel completely terrible. I feel a lot better than I did, but I felt really horrible. I had some Oreos with my coffee this morning, and good God, I thought I was going to puke. Eric Carter, dude. Thank you for, or Eric Weathers, thank you for the kind words. Hale, amazing artist and letterer. But there's Jean-Claude Van Damme and me, and he was saying he wants to be Sniper. I told him I'll have to get back to you. This was in 1994. That was a lot of fun. Meeting him, talking to him. I was surprised. He's not short, but I'm 6'2", so that's why he looks short. You think he's a lot taller than that, but okay. So going back to Geisha, her father gets killed by these guys who come from the Dojo Yama clan. They're essentially his foot soldiers. So just think of Kingpin from Daredevil and Shredder from Daredevil, Shredder from Ninja Turtles. These guys come and kill Yoshi Emoto, important character Yoshi, and steal that technology for themselves. Fortunately, Emoto still had the technology, but one of the prototypes had been stolen. Fans of butts, like my son, this is one of his favorite pictures. I don't know why. He's 6. I don't know why he likes it. And he likes
I'm a fan.
He likes this picture too. The incomparable Pat Lee penciled these pages, and Pat Lee's coming back and gracing us with a Sniper pinup after 25 years. But we've got Geisha here, seeing her father die, and she decides that she is going to hire this mercenary Sniper out of the newspaper, because that's what we did in the 90s. We hired mercenaries out of the newspaper. And that's what we did. Let me grab issue 1. And the reason also I'm going to grab issue 1, and this is something let's aim for this stretch goal today. I want to go here and show you this stretch goal real quick. Let me scroll up to it. You see this stretch goal here where it says 75K, a new recolor of the original Volume 1, Issue 1 cover will be made as a folded poster and added to every order. What that is, you guys, is that this is the Issue 1, Volume 1. This piece of art is a fold-out right here. and I've had people ask for this as a poster many, many, many times. I don't have the color file to this, but Will Perdomo owns the original to this and has sent us a scan. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan it, we're going to recolor it, and at $75,000 hit as a stretch goal, you're going to get this with every order. That's right. Even if you just order a head sketch, you're going to get this in your order. It's going to be folded up nice and neat like a 90s style poster, and it'll be included in your order.
I still said it with like a dope blacklight poster.
Yeah, it would. What I got to talk to my licensor and see if we can do that. Is 125, 150 Black Flag final total too low? I don't want to assume anything, guys. That's the thing. That's why I didn't do slipcase. That's why I didn't put these stretch goals in originally, because my honest assessment, I remember before we launched, I said to my wife, I just hope when all this is said and done that we can hit 50. That's really what I wanted to be able to hit. That way I could pay my guys, pay for shipping, get everything out, get everything quality. I didn't think we would be hitting 50 in 24 hours. We hit that in less than 12 hours. We hit 50. So I have no idea. Someone said that Backer Kit was going to be predicting 300 by the 30 days. My friend Comic Vantage, good morning. Thank you for the congrats, my friend. He's a good friend of the channel. He helped us build this channel. You guys, if you haven't subscribed to Comic Vantage, please do. He is one of the pieces of the foundation of the Couch Doodles channel. He was sending people over here and subscribing when we didn't even have 1,000 people. Big friend of the channel. Give Comic Vantage some love. Jumping into some of the origin stories. So we have one of my very favorite characters, and you're going to see he's drawn different because I drew this when I was 20 years old. So I draw a little different now. This is Gorilla right here, and he is inside of a lab being cultivated into a weapon. That you put tank tops on weapons. That's what you do. My AK-47 35682. I have to say that because it changes for the algorithms. I put a tank top on that. But this guy, General Snaps, he's like, I need my weapon and I need it fast. Make it happen. And he overzealously presses a button, waking up Gorilla. Rah! Gorilla punches out the glass. It says, I gotta go. That's right. It's on this side. Mirror.
Dan,
yes.
Quick question. Did
Absolutely.
You the gorilla in that picture, please tell me that you looked at the original black and white King Kong film when you did that for inspiration? Because the first thing I thought of when you showed that was that.
I didn't. I'll show you. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I actually swiped this like a bad artist. Let me see if I can. Gorilla.
Because it just reminded me of that film. Like I saw it and I was like, wow, that looks exactly.
You guys are going to be ashamed of your Frega Boom right now. I'm going to find it, but I literally swiped that picture. I found it. Let me see if I can make it full screen or not. No, let me see if I can go back here. Boom. Let me see if I can drag this into preview. I can. You're gonna see what a naughty man I am. This is sad when we say how naughty of a naughty man I am. So I'm gonna stop the share screen here. I'm gonna share here. It says application window. Here we go. You guys ready for how naughty I am? There you go. I completely swiped that gorilla. Completely.
Yeah, but I still stand by my original point. I think whoever drew that swiped it from King Kong, so it's a bit of
yes. I would say yes.
Yeah. So it's still, you can forget that you swiped it and just skip the middleman, Dan, and say that it came from King Kong and that was your inspiration there.
I like it. You know what? I
There
like
you
the
go.
way you think. I swiped it from King Kong. There we go. You got me. I swiped it from King Kong. Let's take a look at our countdown. We're at 25 minutes away from 24 hours. Let's take a look at how we're doing. See how those numbers are moving. We're at 60,429 last we checked. We are still at 69,429. Yeah, we haven't moved at all. That's fine. I'm good with that. It could be as simple as that it's not refreshing, or maybe it is. I'm down. I'm down with if it hasn't, because it's an incredible number as it is. Tank tops on tanks, says Vassin. Yeah, man, you got to put tank tops on all your weapons. What does it say? Hail Dan, backstory day. Yes, it is backstory day. I believe King TDI asked if I can give a little backstory. So absolutely. So we get this character. He goes and he takes off. He says, "Rar," freaks the scientists and the general out. And look, Cucky Balboa. You see Cucky Balboa. You got to spell it right, though, man. It's bowel, like your bowels. Bowel boa. But very close, Cucky Balboa. I would like to get Caesar on. Let me put the invite in the chat. If he wants, he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't have to. He was up all night like we were at the thing. And that's it. But there we go with the chat. So let me grab number 2, because Gorilla's story continues in number 2, where we find him in the weirdest of places, man. We find him. Here we go. We're outside of Spot and Bubbles' treehouse, and we go into the treehouse, and there he is. He's got his trench coat, his cigar. He's reading a copy of SWAT. There's my comic SWAT. You see that was existing way before. Mm-hmm. But this is one of the first times you get to see that Black Flag is all about the Easter eggs.
I love that 2-page spread, man.
Yeah, there are Easter eggs all over Black Flag, and there will continue to be. But you're going to see things like this. These are Chizips, and these Chizips have ass taste.
Ass taste.
We've got the MTV's Grunt Brothers. We've got a copy of Akira down here.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of in the letters page, I think, of number 2. There's people asking, like, why does it got to be ass taste?
Yeah, because because it is. We also see down here that this is Frega's Dictionary of Slang. Yeah. That's why Gorilla talks the way he does. He learned all kinds of stuff. And Dino says it's a fake Ethan, because everybody knows that he would still be asleep in the barn with his horse. So, and over here in the bookshelf, you're gonna see the original Spawn toy. You're gonna see a Bad Rock. You're gonna see a Gumby. Look, even I signed an autograph. It says, "What's up, Spot? Best wishes, Dan Frega." And then over here, there's a Marvin the Martian drawn by Andy Frega. That's my younger brother. And keen eyes will see a hidden Crazy Mouse right here. So this is what happens. We see Gorilla shows up in Spot his treehouse, and he explains to the kids, "Hey, I'm this monkey that escaped from Emacs." We get a little bit of his backstory here. Suddenly we hear, "Hold it right there, young man. Emacs is there to get their monkey back. Monkey, come with us quietly." Suddenly a gem is floating above this Emacs guy's head, which is over here. And we see the arrival of Black Flag, and this is one of my favorite double pagers from the original series. We see Sniper, Raiden, Rascal, Geisha all show up. We get a little bit of an intro. That's right, she has a lightsaber.
Raiden looking very Spawn in that little inset there. That's awesome.
For sure. He's like Spawn meets Doctor Strange. We see Rascal in his more Deadpool looking days. And then we got Sniper saying, back up, blows the heads off of people because Sniper gives no Fs. These guys are
pop.
Boom, boom, boom. These guys are scum. They take Gorilla on along with Spot and Bubble. And we get to see how they join up in here. And then here, let me see. I'm not sure if it's in this issue or in the first issue. I think it's in the first issue. Let me take a look. Mike Green knows better than I do, and that's a funny thing. Do you remember, Mr. Green? Do you remember where we did the advertisement for the Fregaboom mixtape? Was it in issue 1? I don't remember where we put it.
It's in number 3.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the back cover of number 3.
Back cover number 3. Let me grab that. So here we go. This is number 3 here.
Inside back cover.
Inside back cover.
Yeah.
Someone says I have to eat a steak. Cucky, very close. Bowel has an E after the W, man. But I love it.
Won't it only let you change your name like 3 times in 90 days or something like that?
Okay, well, Bowel has the thing, but Cucky's in the house. Cucky Bowel Boa. So here we go. This right here was an advertisement for the Fregaboom mixtape. The rumors are true. There were no rumors. We just made them up ourselves, and that's how we made them true. 5 hip-hop songs by the Cuddy himself. Hey, Ma, look, I'm on wax. Wax is supposed to be vinyl, so yeah, I fucked up there too. Fregaboom limited edition cassette tape. You could dox yourself, and we would send you for your doxing the mixtape, which is one you can have free. Audio Odyssey found his cassette. That's awesome, man. There we go. Question Comics has it spelled right. Bowel Boa. Cucky Bowel Boa. He'll beat the shit out of you. Get it? All right. So here we are here. Here's another bit of story that you want to pay attention to. It's the Gills storyline. And Gills is this character right here who lives in the sewers. Why is there a creature in the sewers? And what the answer to that is that Dagger City was built as originally, and you're going to see this in the first 2 pages. So this isn't going to be too much of a spoiler, but Dagger City was a sort of a pirate haven. It was a cove. And eventually the city was built on top of that cove. And but we find out why that cove was there. It's sort of like the Bermuda Triangle because it was built on a portal of the hell. And you're going to find out why Gills exists, and you're going to find out what ends up happening in Pineapple Perception. Let's see what we have here. Super chat from Mark C. I posted some fan art on your Twitter. I've never drawn people so thick before. There's an art sum to building up these guys. I haven't learned. Yeah, man. Shapes. That's what I learned. My friend Dennis Cowan taught me about shapes. Cucky Bowel Boa. There we go. Hail, Cucky. You know what, man? We're gonna keep our eyes on you, and if my other admins give us a go, you're gonna get yourself a wrench just for the name. That's what we're gonna do. Cucky Bowel Boa's in the house. Behave well, and you get a wrench. That's going to be we're going to be doing that. An earlier $2 super chat says sketch. Thank you, dude. I'm going to take a look. They kind of fly by. I'm in StreamYard. Usually I have one. Eddie Walker has sent us a $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Eddie Winkler. Hello, everyone. Congrats on 60K. Thank you very much. What a wonderful, wonderful day it's been. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look over here and see if it's in a refresh issue or if it's just how it is. No, it's not a refresh issue. We are at kick it in for you guys. We are at 60,602. We may hit that 61,000 at the 24-hour mark, and we will have our 1 day total, which is super duper exciting. Plebeian, thank you. Oh, hold on a second. I see someone that says Pop Frega. That's my dad. Look at his icon.
Yo!
He put Alpha down. Hey, my dad.
Nice.
How are you, Pop? Good morning. He's over there on the West Coast. He's always up early. That's pretty incredible.
Hail Pop Fraga.
Yeah, and Frega
Yeah.
wife can eat steak. Yeah, she can make steak, eat steak. She is amazing. I love my lady so much.
Hell yeah.
We've got a link to the chat in here. Dad, if you wanted to join the chat, you're more than welcome to. You just got to have
That would be super cool.
you need to have headphones. You can do it with your phone. You just need to have headphones. It'll say, make sure this is connected. This is connected, and you can be in here with us if you decide you want to. Let's see. Is there any questions? For God's sakes, give your dad a wrench. I don't think he knows what to do with it. I don't even think he knows what the wrench is. The wrench would make you an administrator, Dad. It'll let you post links and things. So that maybe Pop Frega can get it. Unless Pop Frega is Cucky Balboa. I'm not sure. He might be Cucky. Nah, I know. No, that'd be awesome, though. Oh, man. Awesome. Apex. Hail Dan, I'm contributor 566. Frega Boom, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you so much. Let us take a look at what is happening in issue 3. We saw Gills. We saw
now
Gills.
is Gills is his origin going to stay the same as what we already know about the being like a from Atlantis and the curse of the vampirism and all that stuff? Is there elements of all that in there?
Yes, man. You know your history. Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very much so. Very much.
Mr. Green's a super fan, man.
Yeah, there's a reason why there is vampirism in Atlanta, in Atlantis. There's a reason why Atlantis and pirates exist in Black Flag. You will find out more in Pineapple Perception. You will find out. Damn you, Mike Green. You know things, man.
And this isn't so
knows too much.
I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but don't answer the question if it is. But is he dead? Because he got shot in the head with a plasma rifle in issue 3 by a sniper. But it doesn't say he's dead. He's dead?
He's dead, but
okay.
But
reality's pliable.
But his blood is still in the water.
Oh. We got blood in the water.
We got blood in the water, my friend.
So we're gonna have a shout out to what is it? J. Scott Campbell, Jim Lee, and Gen 13 on the wall in the back, and in an issue with Gills.
Not in the new one. Nah, that was a thing. We had a little bit of there was a big thing to have beef in the 90s. You had Tupac, B.I.G., and then you had
right
J. Scott Campbell and Fregaboom. He and I were friends. You could actually see yesterday, it was posted on Twitter. We were on this Deathmate tour together with Dan Panosian, Joe Quesada, Al Regula, and we were on this tour together. We became friends, and we used to razz each other via fact. I see you swiped here. I see you swiped there. He faxed over that folder with the gorilla on it, blah, blah, blah. And we did this friendly sort of thing where we were talking about swiping. And then in Gen 13, I think number 13, he put a poster in the background that said Fregaboom in concert canceled due to overwhelming lack of interest.
Damn.
Yeah. So he didn't go after my art. He went after me. And I thought that was like shots fired, So what I did is I said, oh, really? Really, J. Scott? And I basically said that he's a love-struck little man. Then we're over this now. He's our friends again. We're always friends, but we have April, with her shiny booty, and he comes in saying, "Ay, ay, ay, mama."
J. Scott Lipton.
J. Scott Lipton, because I couldn't say Campbell. And she shoots him, and she kills him and cancels him due to overwhelming lack of interest. And then she transforms, and we see the very first time the morph armor in effect. And of course, very shiny stuff. But this was what it was. That's what Luke was talking about. So the reason why, and somebody asked, what issue was that going to be in? This is in issue 4 of Black Flag. There are 2 versions of this cover. I think the split on this cover was 50-50, if I'm not mistaken. You have a black and white version. So the very most important page in all of Black Flag 1 through 4, and if any of my admins have the link to the Dropbox PDF, and they could pop it in the chat. If not, that's okay. We'll get it. But I want you guys to read this, because this right here is the absolute, hands down, most important panel in all of the Black Flag original series. This is the setup for Pineapple Perception right here. The devil and this coin right here. You guys want to get that. Also, we're going to show you some other really cool stuff in here. We have a pinup from none other than Mr. Pat Lee.
Hell
and a pinup for none other than our inker extraordinaire, Shelby Robertson. Shelby has always been identified with this Rascal character. I loved what he did on this pinup so much that I had him draw the story in Black Flag Zero. He got to draw the origin of Rascal. And we had some really keen eyes. We had people in the letters page that were big fans of Crazy Mouse. Jamie Cosley, who also recently drew a picture of Sniper on Twitter. Really fantastic fan base, and they're still out and around. And as you can see, with guys like Michael Green and Dan Plagle and Will Perdomo, here we are 25 years later, still rocking and rolling, still friends, still doing fun stuff. And Andrei Kromov, aka DRE, this, I want to make you guys both happy and sad. Okay, so this piece right here is the precursor to the piece that you see here, also colored by Andrei Kromov. Where did it go? Where did the art go? There's Fregaboom, boom, boom, boom. Scroll down. So here we go. You see that Rascal right there? That is Rascal now. And this is Rascal then. Okay, let me see if I can do a split. No. I thought I could do a split of me and them. There we go. So this is Rascal then. This is Rascal now. Same colorist. But here's the part where I make you guys a little bit sad. But this is the reality of reality. As a thank you, I said, Andre, you did such a great job. I'm going to give you this double pager. I'm giving you the art double pager. I said, man, I love you. Thank you for such a good job. Here's the art. Andre moved, had a storage unit, put all his stuff in storage, forgot to make payments. They auctioned off his storage unit. That double pager is lost forever. So it's good. It's good. It's sad, but it is what it is. Michael Strelitz says, here's 10 quid. Got all your books from the 90s. Well done, mate. Go strong and do well. Thank you so much, Michael. Let's see if I can find the oh, there it is, Mr. Green on top of it, man. You like frosting on cake, baby. The PDFs to the original series, all these issues that I've been showing you here, 4, 3, number 2, number 1, and 0. That's right. These comics are yours free. Originally, I said I was going to give these to the early backers, and I said, you know what? Nah, I want to give these to everybody. Everybody, man. Everybody. Oh, Jude
First
said,
hit's free.
First hit's free, baby. Thank you for the 7-minute reminder, Lazarus. Thank you. Jude says, I searched high and low on eBay and couldn't find a single SWAT. I'll tell you why. SWAT is the back of a book.
Yeah.
So Awesome Comics did these flip books. So this was the back of a book. You need to search for the Fighting American Endgame #2. More than likely, they're going to be showing you this. So at Awesome, we were doing flip books. So you get this wonderful Ed McGuinness story.
Nice.
And the flip book is SWAT. So chances are you're not going to find it like this, which is going to make this very, 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 very rare. But you're going to look for Fighting American. I think it's called Endgame. Let me see.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Fighting America. No, Rules of the Game.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very close. Rules of the Game #2. Fighting American Rules of the Game #2 features the first and only appearance of SWAT. Well, we saw them in Kick-Ass in a different way, but that's how that goes. Want to buy some air? First hit is free, says Past Master Dan. We're 5 minutes away from the 24-hour mark. 4 minutes and 53 seconds. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, but all these beats, I made them myself. I made them myself so we could have music in the background. There we go. Let's go back and take a look at this screen again, and take a look at what's available. I'm gonna add that head sketch perk because people were requesting it. Going to put it in at $100. You get a savings when you buy the comic and the head sketch. But if you want a head sketch by itself, I'll do it. More than likely, it'll end up having very nominal. Maybe I'll limit them too, but it'll have small edition shipping. And I'll talk to my facilitator to see what we can do about making no shipping if it's included with some other stuff. But we've got a color comic. We've got the black and white comic. You can get 2 comics by mix and match. You can get 2 comics, 2 ash cans, mix and match. You could get the comic and an ash can. You can pick which cover you want on that one. You can get the Fregaboom Mega Box. I see 5 have sold. It's got all of the add-ons by themselves. No comics, no ash can. It's just the swag. You can be all in on Black Flag with the dog tag, shot glasses, ball cap, challenge coin. I'm really excited about the challenge coin. That's one of the things I'm most excited about. And the trading card dossier, which is a lot like the G.I. Joe file cards. We also have the comic book ash can and head sketch. So that is the same as the comic book and ash can, but you can also get a head sketch of a Black Flag character. We've also got the ammunition load up, which is 4 of each plus 1 head sketch. We've got the huge thanks and name. So you get your name in the book plus the ammo 4-pack original page. You get a single page out of Black Flag. Every one of these pages is going to be action packed. There's almost no page that doesn't have a sweet picture of a character. There's not really too much slowing down in this issue. Once you'll see it, you'll get why. Double page. Holy shit. There's only 1 left. 1 left. I may end up adding more as we go on. I put in the amount that I knew that would be in the book. So we will see. Mind blown. You get to be in the book. You get 2 signed comics, a signed ash can, and you get to be killed in the book. That's right. We will blow your head off, and it'll be great. Here we get a bit of a description of each of our characters. So here's a synopsis. When the streets are overrun with cybernetic ninja gangsters and mutated beasts, when a cosmic brigade of savage aliens surrounds your planet, and when the supernatural underworld begins to take over the earth, there's only one team you can call to help save the world. Black Flag, a band of unlikely heroes dedicated to stop all threats of evil, seen and unseen. A career soldier, a beautiful hardware tycoon, a shape-shifting refugee alien, a genius monster, an ancient mystic, and a magical 12-year-old boy. I didn't mention Bubble in there. I need to fix that. We got Sniper, the soldier. We got Geisha, the tycoon. We have Raiden, the ancient. Gorilla, the monster genius. Spot, the kid. Rascal, the alien. Shrine, the sensei. Lucky, the wild card. Black Rain is a villain. I got to space that out. I got to fix that. We got Emax, Dojiyama, the Grimalkin aliens, Gills, and Hellfire. Here are some of the taglines. Ragtag, they're it. Unlikely, likely. high or low they'll go. It's about time. And Unruly, the one is to here to save our world. All of them, mythical, mystical, magical, Black Flag. We are 1 minute, guys. 1 minute until we get to do the refresh on where we're at. We've got half of the world with us right now. We've got Death Metal down south. I'm here in Georgia. We got Mike Green over on the West Coast. We got Charlie's London over there in the UK. So we're doing a worldwide celebration.
Hell yeah.
Moot Point is asking, whose dog tags are they? That would be Sniper's dog tags. You get his information, Dalton Snipes. And you get 01965019667. That's 2123. 9 seconds, guys. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
where's he
and he
gone?
disappeared.
That was a surprise. He's just going to dip out for a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm back. Look at the timer went
Oh,
off.
hang on.
The
There
timer
we
went
are.
off, and then I lost my screen. Let's go here. Chrome tab. There we go. Let's check it. Let's hit refresh on that. I hit refresh on the wrong tab, and I refreshed myself out of the room. 60,882. I need to write that down. We're a little shy of the 61.
Not
I'm
by
happy
much,
with
though.
it. I am happy with this number. This is fantastic. 6,882.
Well, we're still within the minute, so I'm putting the link in there. If someone wants to
Oh,
jump in
yeah,
there and make
yeah.
it happen, we are within the minute.
That's a good idea, man. That is a great idea. I am blown away. You guys see if we could do that $118 in well, boom, we just hit that minute just now. Let's take a look. Let's refresh it again for S&Gs. S&Gs is shits and giggles.
Oh, shit.
What's up, buddy?
I just refreshed it. Sorry. Refresh it.
6. Oh, man, so close. So
So close.
I could fudge it. I could say almost 61. Let's just say it. We did $60,000 in 24 hours, guys. What an incredible feat. What an incredible feat. I got to check my message real quick. I just got one.
And I can tell you that I'm getting paid tomorrow, so I'm back in. So, and I need to, like, me and Jan are going to sit down and back this properly, because stupidly we keep doing this thing where I'll back something and then he'll back the same bloody campaign. You can't have two of the same thing in one flat. So we keep doing this. We keep buying the same things over and over again. It's like, we did that with Ethan's Wreck Planet, and it was like, oh, it's all right. I'm sure there's someone that's going to want a Christmas present or a birthday present, or we'll just keep one for best and then read the other one.
Oh, hell yeah!
I got to take a picture and send it to my buddy, good friend. I'm going to keep him anonymous, but he's a good friend, and former Black Flag, one of the Black Flag artists. So happy. He gave us a great idea, and I need to learn how to do this. He said, make sure you pin one of the tweets with a campaign link in my Twitter. And I didn't even think about that. So when people see my Twitter, they can go right to the campaign. Awesome. Very awesome. Great idea. Let's see here. Let me go in. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to pull myself out real quick. I'm going to do some of those edits. I got to add bubble to here. I'm going to add that stretch goal. I need to put the link to the StreamYard. Anybody that's in the chat that wants to join, I'm also going to pop the link into the Twitter green room. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to add that head sketch perk. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
I'm currently on mycomicshop.com picking up some back issues of Gear Station and Fighting American.
Well, one of the interesting things about the Gear Station connection is Black Flag and Gear Station actually have a weird connection already in that in the Black Seed preview, which is right here. It was on the back of the Coven Dark Origins #1 for Awesome. So this character, Lucky, that Dan has teased as being like a part of this Black Flag campaign is in this preview. And this was like, so Black Seed was like, you know, after he got the cease and desist letter from the band, he decided, okay, I'm going to make it Black Seed. Well, now that doesn't matter anymore because it's been so long. Black Flag's an established comic book property, so we went back to Black Flag. But the character was in here. But now this Black Seed preview, what it ended up becoming was like Gear Station. Basically, it had some of the Black Flag, like it's got Ben Davis in there.
Guys, just one second. Like, can someone can Dan still hear us even though he's backstage? Can Dan still hear us? We're watching him edit. I'm just scared about him doxing himself or doing something.
I'll text him real quick.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's so easily done on these things, isn't it? So easily done.
It's because you're not thinking about it.
No, exactly. But I'd hate for him to, like, you know, put something in there and anyone sees it.
Right. I mean, they'd probably have a problem coming after Fragga.
Yeah, of course they would. I'm just thinking about, do you know what I mean? Maybe he was going to put like some secret perk or something up and we saw it and he hasn't, unlocked it yet. Or I wouldn't want him to ruin his campaign or anything silly like that.
Fair enough.
But,
yeah, sorry, I've never read Gear Station. No worries, Charlie's. I've never read Gear Station, Mike. So I'm curious to see it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's the interesting thing is that this preview ended up, some of the concepts in this preview ended up going towards Gear Station because it had like the CGI backgrounds and the different stuff like that, like kind of this like gear, like steampunk kind of, weird future stuff.
Right.
So then he ended up coming out with it shortly after this. He ended up coming out with Gear Station. So there is like some connection because this character is now going to be in the new Black Flag and was never in Gear Station. So I'm not really sure what that connection is, but that's probably an important book to get just for like concepts and stuff. And this will be the first appearance of Lucky, who's going to be in the new series.
Now, which book is that?
This is, so it's on the Coven. Remember Ian Churchill's book?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, and it was Dark Origins #1, which you can still find this book, and it's another flip book, like he was talking about.
Gotcha.
It's just like that.
Right.
And then awesome. There was only 2 other Black Seed stories, and one was in Asylum #5, and that was this one with Techno Wolf. Sorry, there's glare. And then Black Seed #6, there was a cover, but that was it. But this one actually had story inside. I'm gonna call Dan. He's sharing the screen because he's not in text.
I'm just listening to all you guys with these.
There we go. He took it. Yeah, he took it off.
Good. Yeah, like reading, just watching you talk about the different characters and things. It's why I'm sitting here so quiet, because I'm just amazed at all these different things that are coming out of Comicsgate lately. And this book's going to be absolutely incredible when we get it in our hands, especially looking at the different binding and stuff that's going on. So I think that's it's really important. I think another thing that's great with this in this community is you get to see these processes carry out. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I think it is making a lot of people who've always had this dream of making comics go, they're showing me every single process here. They're showing me the good things to do, the things to avoid. I'm going to give it a go myself. And I think that's really important for people as well, because I bet you there's 1,000,001 great stories out there that the mainstream have either tossed to one side, or the people don't have the heart to approach anyone because they're too nervous, and they've got somewhere to go with it now. And that's the important thing as well, isn't it?
Well, this whole crowdfunding thing has kind of opened up the market for anybody, kind of like it was in the early the mid 80s, where just this huge boom of independent comics being made because of the success of Ninja Turtles and other books. Black belt, adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters, like just a wealth of awesome comics that were being made that wouldn't have been made if they had to go through like the regular channels. I
Yeah.
did an interview with Adam Hughes back in 2007, and he was talking about like in the 80s, you know, if you had $2,000 and a dream, you could make a comic book. You know.
Well, yeah, and look at like Elf Quest and Cerebus and all those books.
Elf Quest.
Yeah, Elf Quest is cool.
Kitty.
Yeah, Black Flag. It's cool that Black Flag's coming back around because it has such a solid position in like the old Image Maximum Press, you know, like movement. Black Flag was in some of the biggest selling, like the Extreme Zero. You guys know this book here, Extreme Zero.
I still want that SDCC variant cover though.
This one here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one there. Thanks, Mike.
Well, I've got 2 of them.
Really? I might have to buy one off of you. Listen to him chuckle.
That no.
No, but this Extreme Zero. I mean, this is like, you know, everyone wanted this book back in the day.
Of course.
It was huge, and this is like basically Black Flag's, you know, first appearance. But and you know, the first cover appearance of Sniper right there is drawn by Rob Liefeld. You know, so this is a book with a really solid foundation, and with, you know, when people were buying millions of copies of books. So
yeah, back
some
when,
of these
when even small titles would sell out. I mean, it had that look, you know.
Yeah,
I think it's also really important that you know, with comics going into Walmart, which means hopefully we're going to get them over here as well, the same sort of way. Is that when I was growing up, I don't remember comic shops. I remember getting them from what we call sweet shops and corner shops. You know, and that's where they were. They were on the shelves with all like the magazines and stuff. And I think that that's massively important. Hey, Sketch.
How you guys doing?
What's up, Sketch? Good morning, man.
Charlie's, I'm right there with you. The spinner racks, you know, like Hey Kids comics, you know, that's where I got a lot of my stuff too.
It'd be really interesting because over here, Walmart owns one of our big supermarket chains called Asda, and they own them. Like everything is completely like the way I see your shop laid out in America is exactly the same as it's laid out here. It's just like different products, obviously. And it'll be really interesting to see if these comics make their way over to here, because they have a massive magazine rack and stuff. So are we going to end up with Nora Saga and comics like that in Asda? Who knows? Watch this space.
That would be awesome.
It would. Hail to the chat. Hail to everybody on the panel.
Hail CG.
What's going on, Sketch?
Not much. I was having a little bit of a morning lung therapy I was having.
He's probably having trouble with his headphones.
Weird. I can hear him. I can hear him, Charlie. That's weird.
Yeah, this keeps happening to me when I use StreamYards on my phone. Like one person, for some reason, like I can't hear them. Like when I was on Ethan's a couple of weeks ago, I spoke over Carla because I was like, "Oh no, I can't hear her," but it wasn't her; it was me. I don't know what's going on. But guys, I'm going to have to shoot off now because I've got some stuff to do in my own bits and pieces. So, but thank you so much for having me on. Sorry, I haven't said a huge amount, but I've actually been listening, like so massively fascinated. It's so great.
So glad you joined us. Thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome on anytime.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, you two and Dan. Like, I'll speak to you later because like we'd love to have you on with CG UK, man. We'd love to talk about all your stuff. So I'll message you and maybe we can sort something out. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Speak to you later, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Take it easy.
All right, what's up, gents? Yeah, no, she's great, man. I've seen her on a couple other streams. I love her energy. It's great to see love for comics everywhere, man. It's really great. We're only $46 away from the 61K mark. Let's take a look. Oh, I hear somebody else bump into the room. Let me take a look at who's here. We got. Oh my God, I don't know. Let me hear. Say hello.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach.
No, that is.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my review of Superman Man of Tomorrow digital.
They come on and play a recording.
What's up,
I actually watched this video this morning.
Yeah, that was a good video.
What's happening?
Yeah, he actually mentions the Black Flag campaign in that video.
Did he, man?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Yeah.
Robot, your boy.
Hi, everyone. It's your boy, Zach. And I just watched this video called The Life, Death, and Undeath of American Comics by...
Okay.
All right, you
Sounds
take
like a
it
great
easy.
video.
Thank you so much for joining us, your boy. You want
Laser
to
fist.
check your internet connection. It's a little crazy.
Right.
We gotta love your boy. That is hilarious. Gotta love that shit. It's Cecil, says Paul Gibb. We love Cecil. Cecil is my homie. I'm surprised Cecil's alive. He drank almost a bottle of vodka last night during the auction.
Yeah, it was getting
At
a
some
little
point,
rough.
Cecil and I are going to have a drink off.
Yeah.
No, Cecil does that kind of prank sometimes.
It's funny because he was talking about Liam Gray and how Liam could drink a whole bottle. I was just talking to Liam on his show, and he was telling me how he was part of the punk scene and how he went on a bunch of these tours, and he named some bands, and I actually knew some of the bands that he rolled with, and those guys party hard. So if he was keeping up with them, that just means he has calluses on his liver. So Cecil, you got some big liver to fill, man.
Bionic liver.
Bionic liver, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let me see if I missed any super chats while I was gone. I don't want to miss any super chats or any question. We have another one from Michael saying, "Hail everyone! Thank you very much, sir. Hail everybody, and thank you everybody. The fact that we hit 60,000 in under 24 hours is a wonderful testament to Comicsgate, a wonderful testament to everyone that has been participating in this. This has completely blown me away. We hit in 24 hours what I had only dreamed of hitting in the full campaign. So it's all just the sky from here, man. Sky's the limit, as they say. Cecil kicked my ass through junior high, man. That
sounds rough.
Yeah. That sounds legitimately fucked up.
Well, he used to be a lot more fit, and he said that it's when he started letting go of the nightlife, he started to get into the eating, and that's how he got a little bigger.
I have my theory.
Hey man, food will do it.
He bought in on this house that had artifacts in it, mummies and things. I think he got cursed. We got Tungsten's in the house. What a cool icon, man. What up, Tungsten?
Hello. Hello.
Hail, man. What a cool
congratulations.
Icon. Thank you. How did you do that? How
I want to know.
Like that?
Sorry?
How was your
that's OBS.
I love it, man. It's very cool.
That's OBS.
And that's a bunch of math? What is all that shit flying off of the shape? That's awesome, man. How you doing this fine Sunday?
Okay, sorry. Let me just turn off one of the YouTube stuff first.
No problem. No problem, man.
I'm over at Singapore. So first of all, congratulations.
Singapore, awesome, man.
And just want to show off some things that I got.
Yeah, for sure, man. Do you speak Cantonese or Mandarin?
Mandarin, Hokkien, Cantonese, I can understand.
So,
yeah.
I'm going to sing a song for you before I put you on. Here you go, dude. There we go.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Look at you got OG Hellfire cards. How did you get those?
Not just that. Let me just show it off one by one.
Dude.
Nice.
I have one Hellfire card, just one. You have two. You have one more than I have. Look at that. You got that. Let's see what you have. The Splat cover.
Oh wow!
Yes,
my man. I don't even have that. You got both number 2. You got both number 2s. You got the 3. Number 4. Let's see if you do it.
I think it's by you.
That is. That's number 4. Do you have both covers of number 4? Yeah. Oh shit, you do. My man, blowing me away. Right. Oh, deep cuts. Wow.
I'm going down the checklist here. I'm checking.
Wow.
This is the signed copy, I think.
All right.
You got the lighthouse signature.
I think this is a
Yeah, it is. Liefeld signature.
Damn.
That's great.
Is it something?
Yeah.
No, yes, it is. It is. Thank you.
Yep.
Mike Green knows. Mike Green knows.
It's got
Holy
sniper files
shit.
in there. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
There it is.
What?
Oh, jealous.
I was waiting for that. I'm still waiting for one
So
thing to come out.
jealous.
So. Yeah.
Hey, and he's got the
Jesus.
okay,
There's-
Tungsten, man. You
Yeah.
what?
It's almost complete.
And it's all mine.
Almost
It's
complete.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You
What's
got
he
one
missing?
more
What's
one
he
more
missing?
card. This card right here.
Oh shoot. Mike Green's gonna do one thing and I don't have one of these. Tungsten, are you ready?
Okay.
First appearance of the team.
Oh,
That's nice.
Damn it. Anyway,
I have a couple of those myself, but they're damaged. Hey, Tungsten, tell us about your artwork that's cycling in your OBS, and tell us about your all of your social channels. I wanna give back and let people know about you.
okay. Okay. Actually, I didn't expect that. Yeah.
No
Anyway,
problem.
basically, I have a YouTube channel actually.
Yeah.
I modify and nerf blasters or what you call foam blasters. So I
nice.
modify those stuff and we make it more powerful and whatnot. So yeah, so the channel is Tungsten EXE. Yeah, you can search for that, and I basically do 3D modeling and all those stuff to. In fact, the corner you see here is basically something that I modify. These two. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I design
Yeah,
all
I
the
Incredible.
parts
stumbled
and
across one of your
everything.
videos the other day. That's awesome, dude.
Sorry.
That's incredible, man.
He's
Yeah,
seen
so-
your video. He likes
Yeah,
it.
I stumbled across one of your videos the other day. I saw Tungsten EXE.
Oh,
Hell
really?
yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, good stuff.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
So the artwork over here is actually I'm actually working with a comic book that actually because of my my love with the Nerf blaster. So and I got to know Noel about a year ago, I think, more than a year ago when he have Earthbound. So that was way back. Then I saw a page whereby he draw a so-called kids playing with Nerf. So that's how I got to know Noel. And we started off saying that hey, maybe we just do an 8-page for because I like Nerf. We do something 8-page.
Sure.
Then after that, it grows and grows and grows. So I think we are going to do a 48-page kind of comic book. But I want to produce it kind of everything done. In fact, the artwork is by Matt Cosson, and then Noel and Nate wrote it together with me. So actually, we have sort of like a live stream of how we do it, but mainly it's like on my channel and Noel's channels. So we rotate. So it's more for fun and sort of to also sort of because my love for my hobby as well. And now because I'm after 20 years, then I got back to comic books because I saw a guy talking about Star Wars on the iPad.
Yeah, you talking about Uncle
Yeah.
E.
So back then, I'm from Singapore. So back then we don't have a comic book is actually to me is a luxury item. It's not something sort of common to me. And of course I don't speak I'm not that well with English and whatnot. So comic book is like a luxury item. So actually I have to save up and purposefully go to a comic store and then look for it. I can never afford things that's in the glass shell or something like that. So now it's revenge lah. Buy whatever.
We got
now it's revenge time.
we have
I put the YouTube link in the chat for Tungsten
Awesome.
EXE's channel.
Thank
Hey,
you. man.
thanks.
Hell yeah.
thanks.
Welcome, a Rich Johnson.
Yeah,
to
I'll
the
just
chat.
go off now.
If you
thanks.
want, man.
Thank
Thank you so much for showing us your awesome collection, man. It's better than mine, dude. That's
But
pretty
I just
incredible,
missed that
man.
one card.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we got to find that card. I know I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
some damaged ones. I have a couple damaged ones. So
Sounds like a
we'll-
damaged one.
And,
you know
and
what?
you need you also need the San Diego Comic-Con edition of Extreme Zero, the white.
Oh,
I'm looking at it on
Yes,
eBay,
yes, I do.
99.90.
Yeah, they're hard to get, man. Those are the hard to get
Damn.
ones. Well, thank you, Tungsten, so
Yeah,
much. man.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
It's been great, man.
Now
Thank
we
you so
have
much.
to go for the what's that? 6-figure young lady.
Oh, six-figure young lady.
All
That's
right,
what I
six-figure
hear.
young
We're
lady.
gonna
So
go
thank
for
you
that.
guys. Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
man. Be well. It looks
Later.
like Rich Johnson kicked himself. Couch Doodles, refresh your campaign page.
Word.
Let's take a look.
Dang, and that was the real Rich Johnston too. So this is the thing: is they just disabled.
I doubt it.
I know they just disabled the feature where you can't go to people's channels now in the chat. Like you can't click on their name and go to their channel for some reason anymore. They
Oh,
Why the hell
weird.
did they do that?
yeah, so now you can't confirm who's who if they're a real person or not.
Look, I recorded a video of my app, right? So I could show that I'm basically refreshing and refreshing over and over, and it won't show up in my subscriptions feed as live. No matter how much back I go back 12 hours, and it's nowhere on the live feed.
Welcome, Preston Poulter. How are you, Preston?
Oh God.
Preston Poulter's in the house, man. Grabbed the girl up on her shoulder. She said no. He pressed and pulled her. Put her picture in his folder. Put his hands in his pocket. Jacked it as he shrugged his shoulders.
Apparently, in the private chat, Rich Johnston was asking if we could hear him.
We
But
could
he was
not hear
muted.
him. We could
Yeah.
not hear him. We couldn't, man. So come on back in. Come on back in if you want to come in. But look at, fellas, we hit the 61. We hit the 61 mark. Big love, big congrats to Comicsgate. This is a victory for everyone. Let's see what we can do. Let's push this thing. We've got. I'm going to be here all day, in and out. Obviously, I want to be able to eat. I might need to take a shower. There's a second.
all good
sketch
things.
therapy. Look at Sketch. There's another person wanting to be you. Look at that. A second sketch therapy.
No, that's my wheelchair. It's gonna have spinners on it.
Oh, dude, sweet. That's dope. It's got
Right.
AI and everything.
Oh yeah, like Knight
Going
Rider,
all Professor X.
Oh yeah,
Sketch Rider.
I love it. All
But you gotta
right,
have the lights, man. You gotta have the lights.
Yep.
people, you need to. If you're gonna come in, definitely come in. But if you're coming in with a mute, I gotta kick you. Oh, they kicked themselves. Good. Let's take a look. I dropped a rap today. I actually recorded it. I recorded this rap 5 years ago. It was about Bruce Lee. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, and hopefully the volume will work on here. YouTube YOU with a W. That's just telling you what kind of morning it is. I hear some rock and roll. What was that?
That's my phone. Hang
I
on a
love
second.
that, dude.
That's Death Clock from Metalocalypse.
Awesome.
That was with Schnepp. He was on that show, right? Passed away a little while ago. It's a good show.
All right, let me. I'm going to add this in here, and you guys are going to be hearing this thing called the Bruce Lee rap. Are you guys ready for this?
Yep.
Okay, and hopefully you guys can hear it. Here we go.
And kick so fast, you see what happened when you talking about Bruce Lee, the little dragon. Yeah, since I was a kid, I wanted to be him, working so hard from the AM to PM. His fists so fast, yeah, you couldn't see them. I'm talking about the dope human being. He's not a demon, cause you know he be screaming. Cause you know it's like I'm driving the BM, but I'm not. I don't like a luxury car. I'm not a star. I'm gonna work so hard. I'm gonna go so far. Yeah, cause you know you're gonna say boom back. You rocking this here San Francisco Giants cap. In my garage, I'm coming large, coming properly. And every now and then I know stopping me. Nah, man. I told you I was a juggernaut. I ain't getting caught. Nah, you can't find my spot, spotting me. I'm on the next move, chess move. I'm on that let's move, let's move. I gotta go, this flow is unique, sort of sloppily. He's out, he's not stopping me.
There you go. Good time, good raps. Let's remove stream. I gotta tell my kid to quit checking in. I gave him his own YouTube searcher, but like all of my stuff now, like you know how it gives you, hey, if you watch this, you might like this.
Suggestions.
Yeah, suggestions. All I keep seeing is like Minecraft and weird shit. That's all I keep getting.
At least it's not butts, you know.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's true. That's true.
I mean, if their butt's drawn by Pat Lee, it's all good with me.
That's true. Or Vinny.
Or
Fat
Vinny,
Freddy
yeah.
Fat says, good thing you can draw. You know what, man? I take that sort of thing. Like Eric Larson said back in 1988, he said, good thing you can make pizzas when I showed him my art. So I just take what you say as a challenge, man.
Right.
You spoke I think it was yesterday about getting back into the Pro Tools and all that, right? You kind of stayed in the loop with all that stuff. I gave up around the era of Fruity Loops, but I used to get into it a little.
I still have FL.
Fruity Loops.
I still have FL. I have FL, but mostly Logic, man. I have Logic. I have Reason, MPC software. I build that stuff. Mechaside's in the house. What up? I'm gonna put our link in the chat again. Anybody wants to join, including we got Sketch's wheelchair again. No, Sketch Therapy is finished. What do you mean by finished? He's never finished.
Well, I'll take on any challenge if you want to finish me. Come on, go ahead.
That's right. See, they're muted.
I could go one of two ways: violently or sexily.
Oh man, why not violently, sexily?
No, I only locals with the sexily. Not online. Locals only.
Fair enough. Gotta bet him.
Well, Papa Kanisu says, what's Pat Lee up to these days? If you go to his Facebook page or his Instagram, you'll see what he's up to. He's been posting process pics of like a black flag piece that he's working on right now.
Yeah. Let me pull that up right now, man.
And it's looking sweet.
Let's see.
He said in the comments on one of those pictures that he is working on another comic concept or something too.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Pat is incredible. Let's see. Here's the there's a new update. Whoa, that's looking ridiculous.
Oh, I haven't seen the new update.
I'm gonna have to steal this shoulder pad. This is fucking nuts, man. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna full screen this thing. You guys want to know what Pat Lee's up to? Pat Lee is up to drawing an incredible sniper piece. I see Rascal back there. I see Geisha over here. This is bananas, man. I'm gonna ask him if I can make this a print, and if we hit certain stretch goals, that print's gonna get slapped up, dude. That's a banger. That is a banger for sure. Ethan Van Driver, welcome to the chat. It's the same person. Come on, man. Turn your mic on. Turn on the mic.
If you're gonna step into the ring, you gotta say something. Come on.
Hail, Luke. That's right, man. Come on through. We're down to talk. Otherwise, you can take up space. It's cool. We'll have you in here. We'll have you in here just for a bit. See, they bounced out again. Dang, man. Where's Cucky Balboa when you need him? Yeah, no more fakes. Apex is right. We're not going to bring in any more fakes. You got to come in with a legit icon with your mic unmuted.
That might be Cucky Balboa.
You think it might be the Cuck?
Maybe.
Not the Cuck. Jabba the Cuck is the man.
He's saying, I say hail War Campaign, hail the Fandom Menace, hail Comicsgate, hail Weeb Wars. I know Tug and Yellow Flash, and I want to welcome all those audiences in here. Because I think one of the things that has brought us, a great deal of growth is basically knowing that we all share in kind of like the same struggle, and that there are good things being made out there. There's a lot of bad stuff being made.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of good stuff being made out there, and that guy was saying, like he started seeing this guy talk about Star Wars. That person had a really good collection right there, right? Had almost everything. I thought it was fantastic. I'm like, it must have taken this person a long time to compile all these items, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Guaranteed.
And
I was really impressed by that. That's how I got here. I like these people. All good people and a good investment.
Welcome, Will Perdomo.
What's up, Will?
Co-writer of Black Flag, Pineapple Perception, head of story at Incredible Comics. Welcome. How are you, sir?
Hail.
How you doing?
How's your morning over there in the West Coast? We got 2 West Coasters, 2 East Coasters. Sketch, I ain't doxing you. So I think you're in a satellite overseas.
I'm in Puerto Rico, actually. I'm
are you?
Let me get off for a second. Hold on a second.
Okay. Come on back, man. Awesome, man. Puerto Rico is great. My wife, I don't know, you saw her come in and out. She's half Puerto Rican. I got big love for my Latin ladies, especially my Latin ladies, man. They got a place in my heart forever.
Well, you know, we're like Mandalorians. We'll just claim you. You're like now part Puerto Rican, no matter
That's what my wife says. I'm claimed. J Money's in the house. Welcome, J Money.
What up, J Money?
What's up, J Money?
How are you,
Hey,
sir? We got a full house. We got nothing but the gentlemen. We got the panel of the gents. What up, Luke?
What a day yesterday, huh, guys?
Holy shit, man! We hit 61,000. We were a couple dollars short of 61,000 for our 24-hour mark, but we shit, man. Like I told you, Will, I was hoping to hit this in our full campaign. Being able to get to 50 was where my head was at.
Like Chris Rock said, we're low expectation having motherfuckers. And you know, the fans came through, and I said a prayer last night, and I said thank you to God, and I said thank you to the fans.
Amen.
It's quite a blessing. So I was very much humbled last night when I was saying my prayers.
I'm humbled every minute, man. We've got such a wonderful group of fans in Comicsgate. Big subgroup, the dudes, everybody that's over in the Frega Boombox. I see a bunch of our members over there. Really excited to start getting you guys the sweet perks.
Thank the fans for their charity too, as well, because you know they're investing and not getting something immediately in return. You know,
that's right, and
that's a lot of deferred gratification.
Well, I don't know. I see that a little differently.
Well, go for it, sir.
For us, we do get content, and there's a lot of bad content out there. We've seen it. You saw Batwoman. I have a person here who's lucky. Well, you know, you have a person out here. No, I don't want to call out any show or anything, but I'm saying there's a lot of bad content out there, and when we find ourselves with these people that are like echoing what we're feeling and being real, it's something that you know, it's a blessing. You feel good. You want to support it. And ever since, like I was telling you, I love to watch the doodles when you even like took a little twig and started to doodle. I love that. I consumed it and I enjoyed it. So
that's a lot of fun, man.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I was just thinking it in a total mercantile sense.
No, but I appreciate that you guys are very appreciative and understand that there is a little bit of trust in the whole venture. Of course, it's understandable.
Right. And last night I told this to Dan. I said, you know, now it's real. You know, it's not talk anymore. Now we have an obligation to deliver the best product possible.
100%, man.
You know,
and that's the thing. I set out. You'll see the delivery goal is January 2021. We're gonna do everything we can. That's a seriously padded date. That's like that's if it takes forever, if all the problems go bad. But we're more than likely going to be delivering much sooner than that. And as soon as you guys get fulfilled, we will be running the campaign for Black Flag WTF, which is part 2 of our 4-part series, well as The Grave, Incredible Comics version of The Grave. So we're going to get 2 campaigns, and we're going to start building our second book from Incredible Comics. The Grave is a book, but it's a big pickup. What are you up to, J Money? Check out your gazebo, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so here, now you can't, this is my ponds.
Man, you have a pond? I'm going to full screen that.
I got 2 ponds. Now it's, we've got, so look at all, so someone come and help me clean this up.
What? That's a pond? Oh, it's all covered.
Yeah. So, so I do property maintenance, and these are all hyacinths.
What's that?
Good Lord.
Hyacinths, yeah.
Yeah. So mine's hot. So see all them purple flowers?
Yeah.
So this entire pond in about 2 weeks is gonna be nothing but purple flowers.
That's cool, man.
That's kind of cool.
Was singing about, I think, man.
Yeah, but I mean, Dan, you know how much rain we've been getting down here, man. It has been raining. Like that tree just fell. That tree right there just fell. I mean,
so you gotta do some forestry.
And then, I mean, you can look at how nasty, like the water was coming down off my hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's something else.
What state are you in? What state are you in?
I'm right down here in Alabama.
Okay. And where's your property?
Do I now?
Or he asked, are you in a flood area?
Well, I'm on a hill, so luckily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to Kenneth. We got Kenneth Rockeforts in the chat. He's a incredibly talented illustrator, wonderful human being. You guys say hi to Mito Graphia. He's in the chat. That's my homie. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but Kenneth is in the house, so we got to give him some love.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. But all I was going to say is luckily with the way our property is, I'll show you this right here if you can see it. So like this hole, I mean, look at this shit. That's all from this week of rain.
Do you have any heavy gear that can take that out, or you got to?
Yeah, I just got to rent it. For, if I go to there's a few rental places, but like when I usually rent equipment, I'm using it for a customer's property. So yeah, I mean like excavators. I don't know, a little U17 is. I mean, look at this growth.
That's a lot.
I had it all clean last year, dude.
You need a brush cutter, dude.
Yeah, it's
no. I need a damn Bobcat excavator.
Yep. Wow,
that's what I need. Or a Yamnar.
Blowtorch.
So I mean, I got 3.3 acres, but just look at like the stripping. Look how much it stripped all the roots.
Yeah,
this was a raging river, dude.
Incredible.
You guys got any garden beds back there?
Where? What's up?
You guys got any vegetable beds or anything?
Oh man, Patrick took off. We had Patrick in the green room, and then he bounced. Dang it! I was going to add Patrick in. If Patrick,
we have. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
Patrick, if you're in the chat, come back, man. I'll pop you in. But go on, dude. I love your yard.
No, I was going to say is everything that we planted, man, it all got ruined by the rain. Everything. It's just been raining so much, it just literally kills everything. So, and then we got, I'll show you another thing because we don't have it on right now. So this is my little ghetto setup. So this is the pump, and they used to go all the way up into there. And but we had so much. So this used to be about 12 to 13 feet deep, but you can literally see the ground now.
Wow.
So much silt got in there.
Dude. Yeah, so much silt, dude. And then this one, my daughter and my nephew just cleaned it out. But I'm gonna dig it out, and then I'm gonna put another liner in there.
So basically, the mud just came right off the hill and just washed you away.
Oh, it destroyed everything. This used to be so beautiful, and now it's all dead.
You got that nice bridge and everything over there.
Yeah. My dad, before he passed away, he made that bridge.
Oh man, that's cool.
Who did the gazebo? You or your dad?
Well, this actually was just bought. Now ignore all the paint cans and everything, but that got bought in place there. But my dad built that right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
nice work too.
And then you could tell little teenagers did this because they leave everything everywhere. They can't clean it up when they're done.
Wait,
so yeah, but I had to
clean it up too.
Yeah, exactly. And then, and so I actually had a pool line, and that pool line would run right here, and I had the waterfall that went into that one, and then it went over, and but it rained so much, in literally one season,
gone.
It filled this entire thing up.
That's nuts, man.
Somebody in the chat is wondering when you're going to stumble underneath your camo tent and show us other things.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, but guys, we got a little badass waterfall right here.
We got Patrick Thomas Parnell in the green room. If anybody wants to step out, I want to bring him in.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I got to go do some breakfast with the family. And
thanks for all the help yesterday, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
yeah. No
valuable.
problem.
And dude, that steak that you made, my God, I want that to my face, bro.
Mm-hmm. I try to do that at least once a week on the Traeger.
Lucky fan family.
Ribeye. Yeah,
they look so good. Well, thank you, Mike. We'll see you in a bit, and thank you as always, dude. And thank you for all your advisement. Very appreciated.
I'll see you guys later on.
Say hi to the boys and your lady for me.
I will later on.
Yeah, man. I want to say, even though. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Welcome, Patrick. Good morning, sir. Or good. I don't know where you're at. Maybe you're in the East Coast. So good afternoon.
Yeah. I live in Florida. How are you doing today?
Doing well. We got 2 Floridians in the house. Doing great.
What up, Patrick? How you doing, man?
Where do you live?
I'm in Florida. I'm in northern Florida, St. Augustine. Just under Jacksonville. Yeah, what part of Florida are you in?
I live in Sarasota.
Oh, okay. You're on the other side over there.
Yeah.
Awesome. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm blown away. You know, I went to bed last night after the auction. I woke up this morning, saw we were at 58. I thought, I said to my lady, I was like, man, because usually I don't eat until after 12 noon, but I was like, oh, look at the goats. Sorry, I got distracted.
Goat
squirrel.
But I had this real hankering for eggs this morning. And I don't know why. And I said to my wife, I said, hey, man, I need some eggs. And she's like, they're all gone. I said, well, I need bacon. She says, all gone. I was like, fuck.
Uh-oh.
And I had worked myself up so much, and I saw some mini Oreos on the counter, and I haven't eaten processed sugar in a very long time. So I grabbed a handful of Oreos to have in my coffee, and I instantly regretted it.
Do you feel like shit?
Oh, I felt like I'd been poisoned.
Dude, that white sugar, man, just feels like you swallowed like spikes if you haven't had it in a while.
So then I went upstairs to lay down for about an hour, and then when I woke up, we hit 60.
Damn.
Yeah, and so we hit 60 under 24 hours. We were almost at 61. We were about 100 and change under the 61,000. But it's been great.
It just started 45 minutes ago, a new 24 hours. So
that's true. That's true.
Double.
So we hit 60 in one day. Technically, yeah.
Dan, what have you been doing? But you know, because I mean, obviously, like you were doing comics a lot in the '90s and stuff like that. But like, I kind of missed an update of what you've been doing professionally, like in your life.
I disappeared, man. So what happened in 2002? I drew my very last comic that was on the stands. It was an issue of Black Panther 50. I got hired by DC to work on Superman. But then they lost my issue. They like literally lost the artwork, and they found it when they found it in 2016. They lost the art for 13 years. It turns out the FedEx box had fallen behind a file cabinet, and it was just gone for 13 years.
That's crazy.
I basically quit. I left comics, and what ended up happening was I started storyboarding. I started storyboarding commercials, music videos. Then I started working in Hollywood. I worked on the Transporter movies. I worked on Fantastic Four, The Fighter, Warrior's Way, sadly, Dragon Ball Evolution.
That's not your fault.
It's not my fault. And then I started directing, doing second unit direction, like on Fox NASCAR commercials. I would do all the action-oriented stuff, like explosions and stunts. I was the guy that would film that stuff and work with pyrotechnics and the stunt coordinators. And then in 2005, I worked on a movie called ATL, where I was doing storyboards, but the main character in the movie needed illustrations. He was a cartoonist, so every time they cut over his shoulder, they needed actual drawings for him to be drawing. So they asked me to do that as well. So I was storyboarding doing that. And why that's important is 4 years later, that same producer needed me to do that on an MTV pilot called The Hard Times of R.J. Berger, where that character also drew. So they and I have the ability to kind of change my style to make it look like a high school student or whatever. But this particular show was about this kid who had a 14-inch penis. That's why it was called The Hard Times of R.J. Berger. And they needed certain parts of the pilot to be animated. So they asked me if I knew anything about animation. Of course, I said yes. Immediately, not knowing what the hell I was doing.
I would say yes.
Yeah, exactly. You know it. Being a freelance artist, you're like, can you fly to the moon? Yes, I can. I know about the moon and I know about flying. So yes. So I did it. The pilot got picked up. They hired me to do 12 episodes of the animation, all in different styles, each episode. While I was working there, the production company I'd partnered with was also doing a show called The Ricky Gervais Show. They needed a director. They hired me to direct the Ricky Gervais Show for the second and third season. So I directed 26 episodes of that. From there, I did a couple of pilots for Adult Swim. And while I was at Bento Box, the people that do Bob's Burger, I was scouted by Mattel to come help them supervise all their animated content. So I worked on Monster High, Ever After High, Hot Wheels,
That's pretty cool.
Max Steel, and then I was laid off after 5.5 years. I was laid off in May of 2018. The company went. When I started there, their stock was at $74. The day I was laid off, it was almost $13. So they laid off 2,200 people. My division went from over 120 people to 6 people. The day I left, there were only 6 people left, and it was a series of craziness, right? So May, I lost my job. I was okay with that because I immediately went right back into storyboarding. All the Taylor Swift videos, I do all those. A lot of rap videos, a lot of pop videos. So I felt like we were okay. But then my wife got pregnant with my daughter in June, which again was great. We now have 7 people under our roof. So, I'm like, holy shit, I got to take care of 7 people. And then July, the day after San Diego Comic-Con, I got a text from my landlord that said, "Hey, Dan and Brianna, you've been such wonderful tenants. It saddens me to tell you it's both joyous and saddening that my son is getting married and I'm giving him your house as the wedding gift." So I lost my house. My wife got pregnant and lost my job in the span of 3 months.
Wow.
So what that ended up
Things
doing,
happen in threes.
Yeah, that ended up doing was we were living in California. We were paying $3,500 a month for a 2,400 square foot place, and that was a steal. We needed that space. With the place growing, we needed a bigger place. So I was looking at $5,000 a month at least.
That's crazy.
But I was jobless, right? And we were looking maybe to buy a house, but all of the lenders said it doesn't matter. You have good credit. It doesn't matter. You have a great down payment. You don't have a job. And I said, yeah, but I have a company. And they said, but you don't have 12 months of records. And then, thank the Lord. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a Christian. I'm not a Bible thumper at all. I don't judge anybody, but I also believe in the Heavenly Father and that He provides when He needs to. And like magic, a friend of mine out here in Atlanta, she is the travel coordinator on a show called Legacies for CW, and they needed someone to do concept art and storyboards. And my wife said, "Why don't we move out to Atlanta?" So we did, and then I got put on Doom Patrol. I'm storyboarding the Doom Patrol TV show.
Fucking love that show, dude.
Yeah, it's a good show. Storyboarding a show on BET called Tales, a show for Apple called C. So I doing a lot of TV shows.
Are you still storyboarding right now?
No, right now all of the shows are frozen because of
Oh, gotcha. Did you post something that you recently worked on, something He-Man or Masters of the Universe?
Yes, I decided after being asked 3 times from Mattel, they had this series called Masters of the Multiverse, and it was where He-Man. We got the He-Man from the movie, He-Man from the cartoon, He-Man from the toys, He-Man from the video game, all of the He-Man. He-Men, if you will, all together in one comic. And the creatives in charge over at Mattel, one of the things that was of value, my nickname, not like the Daniel Radcliffe character who could be ridden around like a farting jet ski in Swiss Army Man, but my nickname was Swiss Army Man because I can write, I can draw, I can do live action, I do photography, I can do animation, and when I draw, I can change styles. I can draw in Polly Pocket little girl style. I can draw in superhero, Max Steel. I can draw cars, and I can draw He-Man. So they ended up asking me if I do it. I told them no. I don't have the bandwidth. I'm storyboarding 4 TV shows. They asked again. I looked at my schedule. I ended up saying yes. So I went and did 3 issues there.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you still have any of those original pages?
I do. It's funny you asked that. I didn't bring them up in the auction, but I do. I have.
I'm gonna hit you up privately about this. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely do that. I still need to get pages from issue 2. I need to get back from Richard Friend, who is the inker on those. He and I still have to do our split. We got to do our split. Hold on a second. I noticed I missed a couple super chats, guys. Let me address these real quick.
Hey, Dan. I just wanted to come in and say congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I have a show that I do every Sunday at 1, so I'm gonna bounce and go and do that. And
What's
I'm
it
actually,
called?
it's just it's called Pros and Cons.
And where can people find it?
It's at Riot Press Productions. That's the
Riot
YouTube channel.
Press Productions, guys.
And,
Check it out.
and what we're doing today is, well, I mean, I told you on the Instagram chat, but we're launching the Johnny Phantasm individual issues.
Oh, that's right. You're launching that today. $15 to your door. 3 issues.
Yep, $15 to your door, and we're doing the printing with Peter Samedi and Alternative Press.
Good man.
So it should be pretty cool. But I just wanted to come and say congrats. And
Thanks,
when you're done with this, I'm gonna put the link in our chat on Twitter. If you want to come in, and say hello, you can come and say hello.
I do. I might take a little break, maybe in about a half hour or so.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna eat some lunch.
All right. Well, it's nice seeing everybody.
Thanks,
I hope everyone has a good day.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, man. Great having you stop by, dude. Thanks a lot, Pat.
No problem. Later, guys.
Take it easy, man.
What's about?
Cool.
Ask ATL TI's movie. Yes. What about? Good man. Yes, that was the movie that I did storyboards and art on. Tungsten sends us some wonderful money from Singapore. Hail Black Flag team. Thanks for having me on. Congrats, Hail. CG, Hail chat. Gotta go. Bye, Frigaboom. Thank you, Tungsten.
Hail.
You guys check out Tungsten's channel, his
Hail.
Instagram if you can. We got Mike Strelitz coming in with £5. Daniel hit that 6-figure. Thank you. Be safe and stay strong. Well done. This is the new, unlike other publishers. We will continue unlike the others. Amen. Hail to that, man. We are doing this.
Indeed.
Comicsgate, Incredible Comics, All Caps Comics, Alterna Comics, all of the comics, Wild Style, everybody that's out there putting their thing in, even Cecil.
Mhm.
Even Cecil. We give him crazy love. Rooster, you want to come in, dude? Let me put the link in the chat, man.
Yeah, get
What's
Rooster
up,
in
Jeff
here.
Matting? How are you, sir? I'm glad you liked the movie. What about? That was a lot of fun to work on. That's how I got to learn all about Atlanta and wanting to move here. Let's also check in on how we're doing on the campaign. I don't want to get too crazy with our numbers. We're at 61,106. We're going to hit refresh, see where we're at. 61,142. That's wonderful. That's very wonderful. I want to see what I can do to tweet this out. I'm going to tweet this out. I'm going to hit it up on Facebook.
How was Ethan's stream last night? I didn't get a chance to see you on there.
It was great. We had a good
It was
time.
a lot
man.
of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Was Caligula happy with the whole thing?
Yeah, we had a good time, man. Somebody.
Nick Barucci's stepping in and getting a bunch of artwork last night.
Nick is an ally, man. We have big love for Nick.
Somebody was in there for a second too.
Yeah. Hey, Will. The missus says thank you for ordering, dude.
Oh, thank you. I got the big old giant one.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna tweet out. I have it on. I just sent it on one of my accounts on Twitter. I got to send it out on the other one. Profile. Boom.
Really?
Okay. Let's see here.
Maybe get down here, please.
What happened?
Cat.
Oh yeah, cats. I love my cat. I mean, we have one cat. She brings us chipmunks, but she's an outdoor cat. She's my daughter's cat. Like I said, I miss my boy. My boy was the cat of cats, man.
Cats, man, they kill for you.
Yeah.
They show up and say, "Here's one. I'm going to continue murdering for you."
Right.
No, you're terrible at hunting. I'm bringing you food.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What other animal comes up and says, "I kill for you"?
Right. Yeah, I've got 3 cats.
That's the attitude, you know.
I had to adopt my my dad's cats when he got too sick to take care of them. So I
Both
ended
my
up
cats
with
are
3.
retired.
Yeah.
One's really old and clingy, and the other one got her arm blown off about 6 months ago from somebody shot her with a BB gun.
Jesus.
So now she's a 3-legged cat, and she's decided she doesn't go outside anymore.
Probably for the bust.
She actually's like, I go in the backyard, and then I come back in.
Yeah.
She realized it's too dangerous out there. She used to be quite a hunter. She used to go off and disappear. And then she came back one day, and she didn't even show she was in pain. Her arm was just wobbling.
Oh man, they're so brave, man. Like I know it sounds crazy talking about a gato that way, but They really are like super duper brave.
That freaked me out. I thought her arm was dislocated. Then my girlfriend at the time and I went to the vet, and it was just shattered her shoulder. So,
Tucky Balboa is asking about the hats. They are snapbacks, one size fits all, so you can adjust them. If I get enough requests for the flex fits, I'll put those in there. They're just a little more problematic because of sizing issues, but we have the one size fits all snapback. So if you want to check that out, Cuck, we can do that. We got, man, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. Boy Do Win has sent us $5. Congratulations. Dan, love your work and your humble attitude. All of your hard work paid off. It was well earned. I'll be backing your project soon. Thank you so much. Did you draw that Yoda? Did you draw that Yoda in your picture? Because that's a really awesome Yoda. Nice. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the super chat. Also want to let you guys know, I keep forgetting about this, but we have channel memberships. They start as low as $1.99. You get stickers, not stickers. You get badges and emojis. At the $4.99 level, you get the Q&A, a Q&A, members only Q&A, and at $9.99, oh yeah, and you also get the wallpapers. I forgot about that. You get wallpapers too.
Yes.
At $9.99, you get all of the above plus stickers delivered to you every month. And eventually, I'm going to add more as we get more cool stuff and random surprises. So if you guys want to join, go ahead and join. I wonder why, maybe it's StreamYard, but I haven't seen any of our crazy emojis pop up. Are you able to pop them in there, Luke?
I mean, I'm seeing them on the actual YouTube channel.
Yeah, damn it! I don't get to see them. I don't get to see them in StreamYard.
Yeah, no, they don't show up in StreamYard at all.
Let's welcome a brand new person to the panel. What up, Scott? How are you? Introduce yourself.
Hey,
Welcome.
Dan. I've been part of Comicscape for a while, man, and what you're doing is just really cool, and it's great to see some of that old school action back, man.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Hey, one of the things I love about your project, and I'll be honest with you, I knew about you and your work at Extreme back in the day, but I was never a Rob fan. I was always a Jim Lee guy.
Yeah.
And I actually got to be good buddies with a lot of those dudes over at, Wildstorm and all that kind of stuff. Awesome. And I tried to work for them a little bit back in the 90s, but, I was more focused on Pussy and screenwriting. So
as we do.
Yeah,
that's just unique to you. No other man was doing that.
Well, evidently, I pissed John Nee off back in like '98, and it didn't work out. So,
I was going to ask you who was your contact over there. So you were talking with John.
Well, yeah, so I was hanging out with some of the girls that were in the studio, like Lorelei and some of those folks, and on the website, because that was what my job was back in the late '90s, web development. So
yeah,
how are the women at Wildstorm?
Oh man. Man, La Jolla, dude, it was La Jolla.
Oh yeah,
I had trouble. I'd go to the studio or I'd meet up with some of those, and I'd be like, "Forget you guys. Look at this chick in the bikini that just walked by in La Jolla."
It was all dudes, if I remember.
Yeah, we had a couple of secretaries, but they were all taken. The weird thing about the La Jolla office was there were no corners, right? Mm-hmm. Like everything.
It was a curve, and
everything had curves. Like there was no flat wall. Everything was built with curves. So when you'd walk, I remember going down to the color department. It was like comes up and around, and then big curve. And same with like Jim Lee. Jim sat in that room with I believe it was Carlos, Deanda, Rich Friend, Lee Bermejo.
Yeah.
The other room had Sandra, JJ Kirby.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Memory lane, bro. Wow. Memory lane. What are you up to now, Scott? Tell us about your projects.
So one of the things, I got away from comics and I actually joined the military after 9/11. And, since then I've come up with a concept that's, it's really interesting because I'd forgotten all about Black Flag. And your concept is very similar to my concept in that I come from the total military, several years of war type thing, whereas you come at it from that 90s, action aesthetic. It's guys with guns fighting demons, which is exactly what Door Kickers is. And I think it's so awesome that you can do two very similar concepts and completely different styles. And
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
I love
brother.
your name, the name too, Door Kickers. I just love that, man.
Well, I thought Dan's concept of SWAT was better than Kick-Ass. You know, I like that much better.
Oh yeah,
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you guys check out. Jim Cox has put it out in the chat. Backdoor Kickers, Panzer Demon on Indiegogo. If any admins can find that link, definitely pop that link in the chat, please.
You know, Dan was much more. It was less vulgar than the.
My Kick-Ass was coming from more of like the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko angle of like
Dennis the Menace kind of area.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do if you lived in a small town and suddenly superpowered villains came to you? You know, I'd go, you'd beat them with science. You know, and then Black Flag, man, that's mine. Like you said, mine is all dialed up, complete. What do you call it? Well, we just say we pour Mountain Dew and breast milk on it. You know, it's like a cranked up, super loud version of it.
This one goes to 11.
Yeah. Any sort of military, anything is all speculative. Or I have my co-writer Will, who's down in the lower corner down there. He'll give me some true tactician stuff because he's a historian. He studies all the Alexander the Great, the Hannibal, Caesar. He knows all about those histories, and you know we try to sprinkle that kind of stuff in there. But yeah, ours is way more on the fantastic realm.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for SWAT now?
Yeah, eventually. So now that Incredible Comics, you know, like I was saying at the beginning of today's stream, my hopes and not even expectations, my hopes, like before I hit launch on my campaign, I said to my wife, if we could hit 50, we are good. We can take care of everybody. We got the print run. We've got everybody taken care of. I'll be so happy if that happens. Anything beyond that, we can start a comic company. And we did it in the first 12 hours. I was thinking we were going to do it in 30 days.
It's too bad CG's dead, Dan.
CG's dead,
Too
man.
bad.
CG is dead. Ask anybody. Anybody. It's
You know what kept rolling around in my head all day yesterday when we passed 50 was Keith David in Platoon when he's talking to Charlie Sheen. He's like, "You just got to make it out of here, and risking your life is gravy."
Yep.
That's what I kept thinking after we passed 50. Like, risk your life, gravy.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. That's not too far off from the truth, man. The last crazy place I went was Syria, and when I got out of there, I was like, you know, the rest of my life will be, you know, if I don't go anywhere tough for the rest of my life, I'll be doing fine.
So yeah, if I just get back home, gravy. It's just a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotta face it,
man. I mean, here's the thing, Sketch. You were asking about SWAT, so this is SWAT here.
I know there's a whole multiverse inside your head, and you know, I'm sure we're gonna get to all of it, but that looks cool. Yeah, that's another IP that I see.
This is a lot. This is a lot of
flying off the shelf.
Guys, can we do that without? I mean, here's my question. Dan did it way before.
Yeah, this was.
Can we do it without getting any trouble?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
1998. Well, that's the thing that's crazy, man. Is a lot of people that don't know my work, don't know Black Flag, that enjoy Black Flag, say things like, "Man, that reminds me of Overwatch. Were you inspired by Overwatch?" I say, "Well, this came out a good 15 years before Overwatch."
Yeah.
You know, or man, that character, that way you drew Sniper, man. Sniper looks like you were inspired by Gears of War. I'm like, well, no, this came out a full, 20 years before Gears of War. G.I. Joe Flint is really what I was going for. G.I. Joe Flint, if Arnold...
Hey, they don't get your references.
Dude, that's exactly what I thought of. I thought of the old Black Beret Flint character. Right. Oh, that's so great that we're dialed in together, man. That's
dude.
Great.
And then, what do you call it? Geisha... She was inspired by you guys remember that cartoon Bubblegum Crisis?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Bubblegum Crisis, hot girl on a motorcycle. I mean, hot anime girl on a motorcycle. Of course, Gorilla was inspired by Grape Ape and also Monkey Man from Arthur Adams. Big gun-toting monkey. The kids were Wile Kit and Wile Cat, and then
is Ben Davis even around anymore?
The clothing company?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We can look it up. I could look it up. How you doing, J Money? I see your mute's on, but how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just listening to y'all. I'm about to leave.
I mean,
My
I'm
phone's
excited
to
about.
die, and I didn't want to interrupt.
I'm excited about SWAT, that possibility, Dan, because that's a great idea. Like I said, without going the predictable route of Kick-Ass.
Ben Davis is still around, man.
Okay.
All right, give me some Ben Davis, man. It's workwear, like Carhartt. Very tough. Yeah, very tough stuff. Hail Caesar. Caligula says the smoking grape ape now. I always say what you want to do with that herb, my man. Arthur Brown says that's kind of what Rob did with Cable. Cable was meant to be a G.I. Joe character. He wanted to draw for G.I. Joe. So was Deadpool. Yeah, Rob. That's the same thing. Is we as creators we do the things we want to do. It's like George Lucas wanted to do John Carter. He wanted to do Flash Gordon. Neither of those were a possibility. So he conceded to making up his own. And here we are, Star Wars.
Yeah, like when people don't get your reference, you say The Thing, John Carpenter is 10 Little Indians. And you're like, what's that? Or Agatha Christie. And you're like, what's that?
Right. And that's okay. As storytellers, it's our responsibility to pass on these ideas, the main thing, and this is why I'm not like a big fan of the Wokey comics, is they celebrate victimhood. They celebrate, getting your ass whooped, and the things I like is the ones that celebrate being triumphant over adversity and sticking with solid morals. I dig that.
Beyond that, you can talk about victimhood. You can talk about the topics that they talk about. You just have to come at it from a place of truth as a storyteller.
You got to have a story you're trying to tell, not an agenda you're trying to push.
I mean, I always go back to the new, like if you want diversity and social justice done right, look at the New Mutants from the 80s. Chris Claremont, man, those guys nailed it. I mean, that was the most diverse group of comic book characters ever. And guess what? As a white guy, I didn't even notice it because it was a great story. And I didn't care about that kind of stuff. I just cared about cool stories, cool powers, cool interactions, and truth and all this kind of stuff. And, they just don't get it. They don't get that.
Hey,
how about this, guys?
Hold on a second. I got to give big love to Mr. Biggins. Mr. Biggins is in the chat. We give big love to Mr. Biggins. How are you, sir? If you want to come in, let me know. We got a link.
Or going back to the 90s, for example, none of us noticed the fact that Fox was a black network. It was in living color. It was living single. It was Martin. It was Rock. It was the Keaton Ivory Wayne show. They basically owned TV, and no one cared.
Yeah,
because it was funny.
Yep.
But they have to erase that past so they could elevate some slight, window dressing.
Right now they have a show called Black People, and it's like okay, and that's not really the point. The point is that the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was the coolest man in the world.
He was cool,
and no one cared. It was just the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Married with children.
Because Blade was the show.
And Blade, remember Blade?
What? It's like as a kid, I was a punk rock skateboarder back in the late '80s. I couldn't care less about rap, but when NWA came out, that shit was cool, man. It didn't matter if it was like I had nothing in common with how they lived their life, but their storytelling resonated with me. Just the coolness of the punk rock kind of aesthetic that they took towards authority and things like that. That shit blew my mind.
Or if you want to get traumatized by the Ghetto Boys, remember them?
Yeah, man, I love the Ghetto Boys.
We love Two Live Crew in Puerto Rico.
Of course.
It's that Florida music.
I still remember that music video.
J Money, what you got there? What was that? Was that some shrubberies?
Oh no, I'm about to. I'll show you. Two things. One, I'm about to leave because my phone's about to die, and I want to say mad props to Will for supporting Dan like he did. I really enjoyed yesterday's stream. I didn't feel like jumping on and getting in the way. I just want to say congratulations, but I also want to say congratulations to Green. He's a big promoter. I really enjoy seeing that, and I enjoy the chat immensely. I especially enjoy Sketch. Mr. Sketch right here. I can't move my finger in the right way. I do understand when y'all be trying to.
You go the opposite direction of where they are on the screen.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm learning.
That's straight over here.
But anyway,
he's under the camo tent right now. We can forgive him.
It's just my property. But I'm about to change my trailer tire, and I got to go do an entrance of a neighborhood because
man. Well,
I do this one church.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support, brother.
And thanks for the tour, bro. That was fucking awesome. It makes me miss my old days. When I grew up in Martinez, we had a chicken farm, and it looked a lot like that. Much smaller, but makes me miss my younger days, dude. Have a great one. Happy Sunday to you, J Money. Thanks for dropping by.
Money, thank you.
Good to see you, J Money.
Have a great day.
I want to welcome to the stream our good friend Spencer, aka Rooster Puncher. Welcome
Rooster
on in.
Puncher.
Spencer, how are you, sir? You got your mute on, so I don't know if you want to pop it off or if that's really you. There you are. That is you.
Hey, sir.
Oh, hey.
Good morning.
Is it really cold inside your place?
It's fluctuating. I'm getting over being sick, so my body temperature is all over the place.
You didn't have the vid, did you?
Maybe. Don't know because I can't get tested, but Mike, my co-writer on Cade, 100% did have it, and he was the last person I was in contact with before quarantine, and then I got violently ill for 2 weeks.
Dang, man. Comic Book Scrapyard's in the house. What up, Comic Book Scrapyard? That man is a major auction tussler, man. That guy was putting up mad Duke skills last night. Thank you for everything, dude. And hail gents, hail chat, absolutely. Good to see you, Spencer, man. You're making me need to take myself. I'm gonna turn down the temperature. I'm gonna turn down the temperature here in my office real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, I hope. Are you feeling better? Are you like?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay.
I got a little bit of a cough still and everything, but
no, it says some people they're okay. Some people it just bam.
Yeah, if it was COVID, I guess I'm one of the resilient ones. But I have this whole thing with things that kill a lot of people not killing me for some reason.
Dude, you're a miracle. Tell them about your truck ordeal. If you don't want it, you don't have to. And if I'm doxing you, then I'm talking.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm a lot better about it now. Part of the reason I got into comics was because I was in a really bad roll accident a couple years back the day before Christmas. Okay. We hit a patch of ice maybe a couple 100 feet from my house coming home from a gas station and spun out, rolled 2.5 times and almost went through the side of a house. We cleared the house by a couple of feet. The driver was knocked unconscious. I was trapped inside. I had to bust out of the cab because both of the doors were pinned in basically from how much we rolled. I had to bust out the cab windshield with my fist. Both fists did a ton of damage to my hands. So it's like really, I'm actually like slowly working back into drawing right now because my hands are just not the same anymore. But basically was in a really bad car accident and it pushed me into writing. But the accident was a really weird one. The driver was unconscious for a while. When he finally woke up, he said he smelt gas. So I just like blacked out and started like tearing the windshield apart. I still have, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like cuts and shit all over my hands and like permanent like nerve damage and stuff in my hands from it. I ended up refusing EMS and walking home from it, but one of the firefighters that pulled us out basically said, like, right behind me while I'm getting looked at by EMS and signing all the digital paperwork to refuse going to the hospital, one of the firefighters was like, "Oh man, if they had used their lighter instead of their phones for light inside the cab, the car would have probably ignited." And after that, I went home, and within a couple of days, I was having like the most vivid, insane nightmares and shit. And like woke up a week later, right after school had gotten back. We have a bus stop across the street, and two of the moms waiting for their kids were like, "You hear about the 2 teenagers that died at the end of the road in a truck accident last week?" And that like threw me over the edge because I wasn't sleeping at the time. I was already having auditory hallucinations from not sleeping.
You're feeling like Bruce Willis, huh?
Oh yeah, I started having all sorts of weird shit. Went and got like professional help, got all good again and everything, but was like slipping into some weird fucking strange territory. And it was not a lot of fun, but that was about 3 years ago now. And after that, I just took a bunch of writing concepts that I had sitting around for a while and was like, I need to flesh these out because
lack of sleep can literally drive you insane.
Oh,
they've
yeah.
done studies on it. If you don't sleep, you will lose your mind.
It's an effective way of interrogation and torture.
Yeah,
So,
and
that's
you
why.
mix that in with a traumatic brain injury and a bunch of other shit, and it was a whole lot of fun. We had the police pull their guns on us because they thought I was on PCP.
God
Yeah, evidently you're not supposed to be able to break the windshield of a cab from like the amount of room that we had. I could only really like punch like that because of how like
Bruce Lee 1 inch.
I was thinking the same thing.
destroyed everything was, but like I just lit that fucking windshield up. Like that whole experience was a blur for weeks. I was having all sorts of strange nightmares and shit that I actually recently started synthesizing into another character for the Ransomverse. So it's turned into positive things, but it was intense for a while.
Yeah, someone in the chat said you're like Doctor Strange, right? Like you survived and now you're on to doing awesome things. I mean, your book, The Voidwalker, is awesome.
I fucking love that book, man.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Voidwalker and where they can get it.
Yeah, Voidwalker's at Alterna, so you can get it at Alterna Access. I'm like, do I have a copy? My office is trashed right now, but
it's all good, brother.
Doing a bunch of prototype stuff. That's issue 2 right there.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
Look at that.
Issue 3, I believe, just went off to the printers with all the craziness that's been going on. And
Nice.
Issue 4, we extended page-wise. There's a little bit extra going on because we essentially got the green light to do what we wanted to do, which is go ongoing. So Voidwalker is going to be an ongoing after issue 4. We don't quite have the schedule worked out on when we're coming back after issue 4 yet. But issue 4 will wrap up, and then we got more going on. It's essentially a hitman with a body horror super suit. We've been getting a lot of comparisons to stuff like Guyver, Spawn, and Venom and stuff like that.
Cool. I can see that.
Definitely inspiration in there, but yeah, way more Cronenberg.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Cronenberg character.
There's some Lovecraftian stuff thrown in there, but with the mini series, we weren't able to get into too much of that. That was the plan for future stuff, so we set up the foundation for that world, and now I get to dive into like all the really weird stuff I've been excited for, and me and Christian have been talking about for like 2 years.
Hell yeah!
That sounds fantastic.
Like,
dude, looking forward to it.
We're about to take a real deep dive into a lot of weird stuff, but that is very much our whole idea for that was what happened if we threw a superhero into a like horror action movie. So it follows some rules that are also, we've been laying them out, just not really like openly telling people that like, hey, there's rules in here and you need to understand them, but we're sprinkling the breadcrumbs and building up this very, very strange universe right now, and Voidwalker's just one corner of it. I'd say Voidwalker's probably the weirdest corner of the superhero universe we're doing, but it's a lot of fun.
Isn't it amazing how comics customers and just audiences in general have really embraced a lot of the cosmic horror and the Lovecraft and these kind of real deep concepts that that were very fringe 20 years ago, but now they're really kind of embracing a lot of this stuff. And even Dan's book kind of touches on some of that stuff. So
oh yeah, it's like, it's awesome because honestly, we didn't bank on it or anything like that. We pitched to Alterna because we love the newsprint thing. Like as soon as we found out Alterna was doing that, it's like nobody else matters anymore. Once we locked it in with Alterna and Pete, me and Mike both became really good friends with Peter and couldn't want to be anywhere else. That didn't really make much sense.
Mike's good people. How's he doing?
Mike's good. He's actually like on the other side of the COVID and everything now. Dan's actually probably one of the only dudes who's ever met Mike or even really knows of Mike, but Mike's my co-writer and a close personal friend of mine. He's the co-writer on Can't Kill Cade specifically, but he kind of has his hand in all of the Ransom First stuff like a lot of the guys do. We've got this weird little like digital studio going, and if things keep taking off, it's just going to pay off for everybody in the long run. But it's awesome because we didn't bank on people really digging the horror thing. I honestly don't think. I mean, Peter could correct me. He might even be in the chat right now, but I don't think Peter thought it was going to really like hit a huge audience. He's not really worried about that at Alterna. He's just worried about entertaining the people that do show up, which is what you should do. But yeah, it's become one of the more popular titles at Alterna. It's not the most popular, but
good reason.
The month issue 1 came out, we were back and forth between the number 1 and number 2 title at Alterna, so it came out with a bang. So we were really happy about it, and almost immediately got greenlit for more, just from the response alone from everybody. So we are beyond happy with it.
Hell yeah, dude! I was super stoked when I saw that you and Christian were going to get an ongoing with this. Can't wait to see where you take it, dude.
I definitely thought we had announced it forever ago, but I got too much going on, clearly.
It happens.
That's awesome.
That's the one genre that's always immune to problems is horror. Horror, since Mary Shelley, has been bankable in every single medium.
I love that it's coming back.
Right.
I mean, it's not even come back and never left. And what's great about horror, and this will speak to, I think, what's his name in the chat? I'm sorry for forgot your name, sir.
Sketch?
Spirit's Card. This will speak to what he said earlier about propaganda, is that the thing about horror is that it's not immune, but it is propaganda, because the more you indulge in it, the more you inadvertently tell the truth about what's going on.
Well, I think it's been deepened.
You just can't help it.
Like the multiversal concept is something that's now more present in the popular lexicon, right?
Yeah.
And it starts to apply just as well to horror. That's why you're seeing stuff like even the kaiju stuff with the robots. What was the name of that? That's kind of like a Lovecraftian concept, because it's kind of like this creature, like Cthulhu, like rising, like Azathoth, like all these ancient deities. And you don't know where this comes from. It's crazy. We're gonna have to unite against it.
Or science-producing monsters like an atom bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's where that kaiju genre comes from, right? You have science producing a monster.
Not to get too deep, but just everybody with the internet and as big as the world starts to get and as connected as we all are, we realize how insignificant we are, and really that's where the kind of that existential dread of cosmic horror comes from, is that here's a monster that literally it's so powerful that it not only could destroy us, but wouldn't care if it did. It's like we're below its content. We're ants to these, big powers. And, so the great thing about horror is it just keeps evolving. So the shit from the 80s was completely different than the stuff from the 90s. When the Blair Witch came out in the 90s, that was like, groundbreaking. And now it's very quaint compared to a lot of the stuff that's coming out now. So it's just very cool how that it's such an enduring genre.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, it's sort of incapable of lying.
Awesome. Thank you.
Because if you try to lie with it, all you're doing is exposing more truth. So if you look at something like Alien, I mean, it's a thing that jumps on a guy's face and he has an alien pop out of him and he runs around killing people on a ship. But what is that really? I mean, look when that movie came out in 1970s. Was that not a direct response to the sexual revolution? A man literally raped with a phallic creature and gives birth to a monster that kills him in its birth.
That movie is all genitals.
Yeah, well, it touches on a lot of things.
Fear in general.
Huh? It's like I'm thinking genitals on this one.
They leaned into it. They definitely leaned into it when Geiger came on board. I mean, I think they weren't real sure on the creature until they went to an art exhibit by Geiger and said,
it is. Which is all very highly sexual.
It's the same thing with Predator. Like, you can see where there was like a huge turn in the concept art and production design for those movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually doing a Predator comic right now. I think it comes out soon, based on the original screenplay and concept art, because initially it was like a giant bug creature. and Jean-Claude Van Damme was the creature.
Exactly.
Basically the
Right.
Van Damme version.
Yep.
You can go see it online. You can go type it in and see how goofy that creature was.
Yeah, they're doing a whole comic with it.
Man, that
I'll
was
tell you, one of the things that
on paper it might be look cool, but not in practice.
Yeah, no, like the pictures of it are hilarious. They
One of
should
the
have just
things-
left Jean-Claude's face as the monster's face.
You should have seen Ron Cobb's version of the alien in Alien.
powerful splits.
As great
I
as
love
Ron Cobb
Ron's
is,
Xenomorphs.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of before they brought Geiger in. Like, there
he's
was
got like 4 legs
yup.
and like hooks. Yeah, that one.
You know, horror growing up for me has always been. I always thought of them as comedies. Like there was never anyone that ever scared me. Well, Nightmare on Elm Street scared me because of the whole "don't go to sleep" thing. But I was also like 11 when it came out, so you know, I was the age. But like most horror movies make me laugh. The only ones that don't make me laugh, you horror guy. I've never considered myself a horror guy because again, like I said, they make me laugh. I've seen a bunch. I've seen all the Halloweens, all the Jason
Some of
movies.
the best ones kind of intentionally do.
Right in the eye. Yeah.
Stuart Gordon stuff.
Yeah, and even Dawn
Those
of
are
the
just
Dead and
brutal
all
to
the
me.
Romero stuff. But what is it? What like the first time I saw Hostel, it didn't scare me. It made me ill.
That's disgusting more than it is scary.
Oh yeah,
That's
torture
gore
porn.
porn. That's not really horror. That's just
That
like
made
gore
me
porn.
angry. You know,
I
it's
could
like,
I
have
could
to
show you
fight.
some stuff that would probably make your skin crawl, but not fucking outright like splatter and torture porn.
Yeah,
What
that
gets
one
me is
porn's
what's
just kind of-
possible. Like when it's just one guy that for X or Y reason is going nuts, and you know that kind of scenario when it's like very much a possibility, or like Death Wish. Let me give you an example there. That's a kind of horror. I mean, it could happen, but
It's a
you
revenge
know,
horror, sure.
and that's the Punisher.
no, just the beginning when they break into the house. That situation right there. If you made an hour and a half of that, it would be horror.
You
Pure
mean Jeff
horror
Goldblum?
and absolutely possible.
The Jeff Goldblum portion.
I was
of
gonna
Death
say
Wish.
an hour and a half of Jeff Goldblum being a rapist.
Yes, that would be horrible.
Slam dunk.
So,
Or
have
something
you guys
like
ever
what?
seen? Have you ever seen the original Black Christmas from 1974?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
very good film.
That is one of
yeah.
my favorite horror movies ever, and it was like Sketch was saying, some dude just loses his shit, and
Jarvis is
you see what
scary.
happens around Christmas.
And they never show him either. You just hear him, and they have that effective way of shooting him when he's chasing the woman, where you get like a glimpse of him, but you hear
climbing
him.
up the ladder, man.
That's
yeah.
that power of editing that Dan's always talking
That
about.
screaming and yelling he does when he's throwing himself against the wall or against the door.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
one that got me was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I could never finish
Yep.
it ever since
You
I
know
was a
what?
kid.
Yeah.
I was just about to bring that one up. The thing that bothered me in the new one, I guess Rob Zombie version was
Again, it's
was
too brutal to me.
yeah.
It's too
That's
self-indulgent.
Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah,
The Halloween.
I watched it. I laughed, all that stuff. But when he wore the boyfriend's face as a mask,
That's the Devil's Rejects.
No, was it Devil's Reject?
Yeah,
Okay, well, that shit fucking bothered me, man.
that's
Like,
Bill Moseley.
Rob Zombie's
again,
movie.
it doesn't scare me at all. But that one was like, oh man, that's nasty.
Rob Zombie
man.
just disgusts me. He doesn't scare me.
He's gone off the deep end too.
Yeah, you know, so it's kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Jeffrey Dahmer's a real person. He did real things to real people, and that's not scary. That's infuriating. You know, it's like I wanted nothing more for that guy to get, you know, anally raped in prison and then killed, which is exactly what happened to him. So I was pretty happy when I heard about that. But the thing you know, Dan, what you mentioned about horror, like making you laugh, it's kind of like, you know, when I was in middle school watching horror movies like, you know, Hellraiser and Friday the 13th with my girlfriends, when they're cringing and hiding behind their hands, I was giggling because I just thought it was kind of funny. But I don't know if you guys remember like a USA Up All Night, right? They would play that kind of uncut stuff at midnight on USA Network. Well, like I remember catching when I was, I don't know, 12, Night of the Living Dead in black and white on USA Up All Night. And the thing about that was it was shot in such a way that it seemed like I knew it was not real because zombies aren't real. So there was never that Dahmer kind of disgusting aspect to it. But it was shot in that kind of like very real kind of way that, I mean, it just felt real, especially the ending. You know how the ending's almost like news footage, and they kill the black guy and then they end up, dragging him out of the house on a meat hook and all that kind of stuff. Like he's just another one of the zombies. And it's just like, man, that kind of, it didn't scare me at the moment, but man, it just kind of, it messed with my, my sensibility of reality.
Yeah, it stays with you.
It sinks in for a while, and then you're like, "Ooh."
Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a lot of the same stuff in it, but for whatever reason, the black and white of Dawn of, Night of the Living Dead was what really kind of hit me.
Well, that's an interesting thing. I'm gonna bring this back to comics because it pertains to comics, and a lot of times when we do presentations of things, like when I used to do concept art and presentations. You don't want too much detail because what ends up happening is what up, Freda pal? What you doing?
How many more minutes will this stream last?
I'm gonna be taking off.
Straight up. When are you getting off, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably before 2. I'm gonna take a little break because I gotta eat. Why? What's up?
Just for my game.
Oh, okay, for your game. I'll see you shortly. If you want to hang out in here, you can. But one of the things that's kind of interesting about our human brains, and it's how comic books work, is our brains will fill in the blank. Like if we see a person standing in one place and then in a panel they've moved, that what happened on the in between is our brain made them walk. And what ends up happening in these black and white movies, especially the horror movies, when they don't show much, our brains fill it up. We're participating in the filmmaker's work. We're doing some of that work, and if it's all spelled out for you, that's why I don't really like the gore stuff. Is it because it's all in your face? Like if you look at which Alien was it? I think it was the Fincher Alien. I know Will knows where. And if anybody hasn't seen it, I'm sorry, spoilers. Put on your earmuffs. But when Newt, the character Newt, is on the
slab.
Yeah, on the slab, and they take the sharp device up and they bring it down, and you hear this crack.
Yeah.
The filmmaker Janae showed you nothing, but you were like this, like because you imagine them cutting open this poor little girl. That's to me. That's why I like comics so much. Is reader participation. We're able to kind of have them fill in the blanks. We don't want to give them everything. We want to give them enough. Guys that are masters of that are guys like Frank Miller, Will Eisner, Craig Kriegstein. What are you doing, bud? You chilling? You want to sit right there? Okay.
Well, like Sin City was a great example. I mean, it wasn't as much like a depiction of a crime thing as it was all these symbols, like these iconic images and symbology for, this world. So it's like when you saw Goldie the stripper, you saw this like, super objectified icon of a woman dancing. And you knew exactly what that place smelled like, and you knew exactly what that place, like what the sounds were, because you saw that image, and it was just enough to really fill in the other pieces of your brain.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm playing this game.
I like that movie, and I never got into the comic, but sometimes they translate well. There are some things that translate well and keep the original tone. Like if you're gonna go into like the movie side of it, going off Sin City, I think Cobra Kai did well in keeping the original lore and going forward with it. And I don't see that a lot, and I don't see a lot of original stuff. So that's why I'm loving all of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Sin City quite worked as a movie. I mean, coming from having been a fan of it of the comics, I don't think it worked.
I think it's because I haven't read the comic.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't a great film.
It just it just came off as goofy.
Not as goofy as Frank Miller's Spirit movie. Did you see that?
No, I was tempted because you got a lot of women in there.
I was coming from Batman and Robin. It seemed a little better.
Did any of you watch the follow-up Sin City movie?
No.
Oh man. Oh,
it was just as good as the first one. It just came out too late.
No.
No, you didn't like it?
Really? No fucking way.
Let me just go back.
I don't even remember the second movie.
I think it was A Dame to Kill For.
Yeah.
Holy
Which is a great story in the comics.
That one might as well have been like somebody's like college demo reel. Like it's fucking bad. And a lot of those actors, that was like some of the cringiest performances I've seen in a while. I think it's Josh Brolin is one of the main characters too. And holy fuck, dude. Like
Is he white?
It was like yes. And I think everyone phoned it in on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought Elijah Wood was Dwight.
No, he played the murderer cannibal.
Yeah, he's the little cannibal.
That's right. I get it all mixed up.
I just never remember the names. My brain is so dented, and there's a fuckload of characters in that.
Yeah, that was the one with
book.
Bruce Willis in it, right?
He was Hardigan.
Bruce Willis was the first one, but the second movie does it after the bandages and everything.
Right. Oh, that's who was
trying
the
to
main
be
character?
vague and not ruin everything, but he comes back and fucking Jesus. Like watch a couple clips from it just to have a good laugh. If you thought the first one wasn't that good, it'll make you really appreciate the original.
What do you guys think is Frank's best Sin City all around, like his comic work?
The first one.
Yeah. Very first one?
And that yellow bastard.
Yeah, that's I was going to say. That yellow bastard compositionally is my favorite.
Absolutely.
I've been meaning to get a bunch of captions from the first issue tattooed on me. Like, that's how much I enjoy that as just a work of art all around. Like, the lettering in that book and everything is fucking awesome.
Frank lettered the hell out of that.
As a comic, Dame to Kill For wasn't that bad, but man, it just didn't translate to the screen.
No.
Hail, Tucky.
I thought that yellow bastard was a really high point, personally. Like,
Hail, Tuck.
That yellow bastard also is like a story that I feel like would strike a chord with just everyday audiences. Like, you come in with like creepy pedophile rich kid, like that fucking was a great idea to go with the shoe in for the movie, at least. Like,
yeah.
I also like his choice of compositions in that book a lot. I like his angles a lot in that book.
That's like 99% of the book is composition. Like
those big double pagers he was doing in that book. It was just one image. Yeah. Especially that, like, for example, just again at the end when he's sneaking around the farm, and you have those high angles of him sneaking up on guards, and then the double page of him like slitting a guard's throat and approaching the farm or approaching the barn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The spotlight shot on the bed right before you find out Goldie's dead.
Well, but the funny thing is, and taking it back to Dan's original point about like allowing the audience to fill in the blank spots, I mean, if you think about all those shots, they're so iconic, but they were very sparse, it's like, and there wasn't a lot of panel to panel to panel storytelling. It was like this shot with some captions and a completely disjointed shot with some captions. So your mind is really kind of putting a lot of.
I think all of Sin City is like that, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
It's very sparse in terms of setups.
300.
Okay,
300
if I was gonna get into it, well, you guys that collect this stuff, is there like a big book on Sin City, like you guys were showing yesterday?
Yeah. Yep. There's an omnibus in it.
Yep.
That book is all pacing and composition. Like, he stripped everything away. Like, it's fucking awesome.
If you can find it, it's called Big Damn City. I don't know if it's still in print. It's got everything in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, is that all on one spine? Because that's
it's like
the
a
worst
big
fucking idea ever.
Hey guys, we're gonna check in. We're gonna check in on the campaign. See what's going on.
Refresh.
Yeah, I got to hit a refresh on this bad boy. See what we're doing. Let's see. I usually have to do it twice.
How many backers is that?
So $695, man. $695. We're at $61,341.
Hail Comicsgate.
Hail Comicsgate.
Hail Comicsgate.
Comicsgate is dead, as we can see. They're at 24 hours. We're at 695 backers, guys. Let's see if we can get it to 700, man. Let's get it to 700. Uncle E was telling me the power of getting to 1,000 backers, so that's definitely a goal that I have, getting 1,000 by the end of the month.
Hey, Dan.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to actually, like, on yesterday's stream, we were talking about nostalgia and books that were kind of rolling around in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring this one up because this was like a grail.
Yeah.
And everyone had it, and everyone was jealous of people who had it. Remember this one?
Oh yeah, Capcom Illustrations, man. That is the hard one, and everybody borrowed that thing and broke the spines on them and shit. That is a very rare book. It's got Bengus and Akimon, Joe Mad, basically Joe Madureira and Ed McGuinness. That was pretty much their textbook on their styles. Like if you look at that X-Men right there, the one that Will's got his hand on, that's Joe Mad's other side. That's Joe Mad's X-Men before Joe Mad's X-Men. Look at that.
Yeah.
And this people had their hands on this as far back. When did that come out? Is that 98, 97, 98?
I mean, this was like the book that was hot. Like everyone was passing it around, you know?
Yeah,
like,
very hard to get, man.
And I remember this, you know, because it has so much link to it. And I was thinking, like, this was the book everybody was like, I want to borrow it. And you can see how kind of beat up it is a little bit because everyone was borrowing it from me in school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, but this was like, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
And I just happened to live a block away from a Japanese market with a bookstore.
Yo,
hell yeah.
Send me a snapshot of that because I have mine in a box. I'm gonna see what I can do about finding a PDF of that because that is, I forgot how great that is. And
I mean, they have the art, like they have this one, but I don't think the Udon stuff has everything.
Udon's great, but you're right. Udon was kind of influenced by that book, the other book you had, the Comics Gate illustration.
Because it's because Marvel vs. Capcom or X-Men versus Capcom versus X-Men came out. Remember?
Yeah.
Street Fighter versus X-Men. That's what it was.
I have that on my PS1, man.
Right. That came out.
War of the Gems.
And everyone was like, "Holy shit!" And everyone wanted the art from that because of this, and everyone was just trying to get this.
Yeah.
And when I was at Extreme, you had it, and only a couple other guys had it, right?
Yeah.
Like it was a hard book to get.
Fantastic.
That looks awesome.
You know, but we need a
Look at Michael Green.
What did Michael Green say?
Michael Green's got the link in the chat, y'all.
For
archive.org.
Oh, they've got it?
Yep.
Instantly.
Oh man.
Michael Green's the man.
No, he's
on the spot.
Yeah, send me because it's not
right, Mike Green. You want to DM that to me?
Yeah, it's not a hyperlink, man. So I can't even click on that. Please, yeah, definitely send that over, man. Thank you so much.
I dropped it in the private chat.
Oh yeah,
thank you, sir. Let's. I'm gonna check out the private chat right now.
One of the things I like to do in these chats is sort of like because the younger guys that are in here are wondering what was on our shelves back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, and we always bring it up. Like that one was like the big one in the 90s.
Oh, dude, the Street Fighter.
Okay, we're doing this. I'm sharing a screen on this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Right?
Too.
Right?
Yep, it's all there, guys. Go get it.
Yeah, thank you,
Michael Green.
Thank you, Mr. Green. So here we are. I might even full screen this. You don't need to see our mugs right now. We're gonna jump into this thing. 167 pages of pure awesomeness. And it was all broken down by game. So you had Street Fighter and all of that. But one of the things that you would find is they would say, "Oh, and this just reminds me, we now have Google Translate. We now have Google Translate, so I could actually go in here and take a look. Let's see. There we go. We can take a look at this. You'll see names like Bengus.
Yep.
See down here, Bengus. That's when we learned like, oh, Bengus is dope. Akimon's dope. And we started learning the styles and names behind these guys. Look at that, Chun-Li. Look at this stuff. And for some people, one of the things that's really interesting, and I bring this up like when it comes to like William Gibson's Neuromancer, is when people check out William Gibson's Neuromancer, they, especially new heads, they go, it was cool, but it was like The Matrix, and you go
Blade Runner.
Yeah. And what they don't know is that like, this is literally the source. Like this is where it comes from. And for all of those Tumblr artists that you see, all of those guys over at Udon, this particular Capcom book that Will has reminded us of was out. Let's go back to the indicia just to see what year it was, because my mind is remembering 1998, but it could have been
is it easier? I mean, or is it in Japanese?
Oh, is it?
Before that,
the publishing page looks like it's in Japanese.
Okay.
But let me see if
maybe somebody in the chat can find out.
Yeah, somebody reads Japanese, please.
Right.
What do you call it? Let me see when
Capcom. What was the title?
illustration.
Capcom illustration guide.
Yeah, there's a copyright in the back, but the copyright's all in Japanese. Oh, 1995, printed in Japan.
There you go. So that's how long ago. That
X-Men team was there.
Yeah. Which really predates the
Street Fighter versus X-Men was a huge game in the arcade, man. That was a big deal, and because not just the game, but the art direction of it.
Style,
Well, that was really the end of the arcade too. I mean, those were like the last games I really remember seeing.
Right when it switched over into polygons, right?
Yeah.
When it was going away from sprites, which to me is more of an art form, in my opinion.
Like Virtua Fighter, the first Virtua Fighter.
Virtua Fighter was a lot of fun, dude.
Oh
it was.
Made me want to stab my eyes out, though.
Well, it is kind of edged.
And what was the sword one called? Was it Bushido Blade?
Yeah.
Bushido Blade was way more hardcore and
Are you
way
talking
less
about?
known.
That was the 2D one,
right?
Bushido Blade was all samurai, destructive environments. You could fucking like spray the like kabuki shots of blood like Japanese fucking action movies. You could literally like hit an artery on a guy and he'd just fucking bleed out in like one shot. It was the most insane fighting game.
But you had to kill them honorably or else you couldn't progress. You had to hit them from the front.
Yeah. Or you could just run around and cut down shoots of bamboo as friends.
And then I think Dan was also thinking probably, if he's thinking about Street Fighter, Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that as well.
Samurai Showdown.
Blade.
There he goes. See, Planet
wild.
Jober knows what's up. He said it on SNK.
Yeah, SNK. Yeah.
They were the other guys. Like, what was it? Not Final Fight, but
Tekken.
What was the
Final
other one?
Fight had their own fighting version, though. What was that? King of Fighters?
King of Fighters.
Yeah.
That's the one.
The ones
With
I
Joe
remember,
and Geese Howard.
I remember Virtua Fighter, Tekken. With John, what was the one with Johnny Law? Was that Tekken?
I did Tekken tournaments back in the day.
Could be.
Mortal
yes.
Kombat. I was big
There's
into Mortal
Lee and
Kombat.
Law in that. Law's the one that's
Battle
based
Arena
on Bruce Lee.
Toasted.
Yeah.
I think that's
where I got
Capcom was
Raiden
just
from.
killing it with their design department, man. They had a great team.
Really, I wondered if that's where Raiden came from.
It is.
That's
and
awesome.
Big Trouble in Little China.
And their their Mega Man art design is also great.
That's
too.
right. That's right, man. Man, Capcom, they were lit, man. They were freaking amazing.
Metroid too.
Yeah.
That was Nintendo, but I'm saying like they had just this great production design and all around. And Capcom, we were just obsessed with their art.
Absolutely.
They always had the best art department. I mean, even the stuff they do with like Devil May Cry.
Oh, you know what you
That
guys are forgetting about? Darkstalkers.
Oh, hell yes.
Right, and that's in the book too. Right? Here, I'm going to full screen you, Will. Hold it up again.
Yeah. Darkstalkers. I don't know if that's
so cool.
Yeah. The Bat
I always
chick,
forget
Morgan,
about it because I wasn't able to
you
play
see her
that.
everywhere. Highly
Oh, yeah.
cosplayed. Yeah. Some great character design on this game.
What is it?
Yep.
Dimitri, the
the
main
vampire.
Vampire, yeah. That had the most wild off-base animated series. I'm not sure if
I
you guys
did
are
not know
familiar with that.
No.
I forget the company that did it, but it was like the old like Zelda animated series, if you've seen that one, like really wonky and weird. I'm pretty sure you can look up clips of it on YouTube. Like, it's insane.
Okay.
But the crazy thing about this era of Japanese design and stuff is they were doing stuff that nobody in the States would, like we as artists and creative people responded to it, but mainstream audiences just would be like, what the hell? I mean, because America had a completely different design aesthetic, and this stuff really didn't catch on till a lot of years later.
This is very true. I remember in the early 90s trying to get a hold of any kind of like good anime was difficult.
Well, yeah, and so like, yeah, So like Gundam F91 really opened my eyes to like just some of the really cutting edge kind of stuff that they were doing. And the only way you could get it was like through bootlegs, you know, with no subtitles. And, you know, Ninja Scroll kind of predated some of this stuff.
That was a big one, Ninja Scroll.
Well, like I
That
remember
kind of blew the market open, if I
right.
remember.
Well, yeah, so it was Ninja Scroll and Ghost in the Shell. The movie
And Vampire Hunter D. I'd say those three.
If you're a fan of those, you're a fan of Andrew Huerta.
Of course, Akira too.
Hell
was
yeah.
a big one.
Akira predated that stuff by about 5 years. I mean, I saw that in the movie theater in '88. So I mean, that was, you know,
that's when I saw it too.
Macross Plus was another
They
big
did it
one.
for- Hey guys, we got someone waiting in the green room. If anybody wants to bounce out, I'm gonna pull in Planet Tobor TV. Anybody down to bounce?
Oh, I volunteer sacrifice.
Thank you, Sketch. Thank you. We'll be on later on tonight. I'm going to be also on later on with Zaid Comics doing some drawing tonight. I'm not sure.
Congratulations. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Sunday, bro. Thanks.
Later, sir.
Take it easy, Sketch.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. All right, let's bring in Planet Tobor. Welcome, Planet Tobor. Welcome to the Couch Potato Show. How are you?
Hey. Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say congrats on the campaign. But
thank you.
The Dungeons and Dragons Capcom beat 'em ups.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Those
are
are
fantastic.
Awesome.
Those are works of art.
Those were badass games. Yes.
Yeah,
Dungeons and
but
Dragons.
same.
Let me see if it's in here actually.
It's not.
That was
King of Dragons is, which is also good, but and
You
that's
have
like
the
a
book?
precursor to those. But
You have the same book?
no, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, Quiz Dragons is in here.
Unfortunately, but,
Do you have the book?
Yeah, it's a hard one to get, man.
Young Edwin.
Hey, Planet, what's your name?
Matt.
Matt, I'm going to make your screen big. Tell us about what's behind you. That's some cool looking shit, man.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've got some pages of a web comic and a fantasy sci-fi comic that I was working on years ago. This guy back here is what I take to conventions when I show my my game off that I'm working on. I'm a solo game developer, and that's that's that.
I see a big D&D. Is that a table cover?
Basic Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a blanket.
That's awesome.
Everyone loves that Italian one sheet of Army of Darkness.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Everyone loves that one.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Couch Doodle Show, man. Let's check in on the campaign and see where we're at. Anybody? I got a question for the chat. Anybody that's ran who's ran a Indiegogo campaign? How do you post updates when you want to thank people and say, "Hey, we hit the 50,000 stretch goal and we're going to do perfect by now"?
I should ask Phil.
And hey, let me open my campaign real quick, and I'll walk you through it.
To the
Okay.
update tab.
But I just want to say, I want to add this when we're talking about the Japanese. I don't know. I think it has something to do. I personally think it has something to do with maybe Buddhism, but they've always been on the cutting edge of visuals and of using the camera
Just
in a grand way, right?
Yeah.
And sorry.
No, he's gone.
He pulled up the screen. I was like about to point at it, and then he backs out.
He's
on
still
that left
controlling
sidebar
things from
somewhere.
behind the curtain.
There we go. There we
he
go.
is.
I went to hit whenever I hit refresh. I want to refresh the page, and then I end up refreshing the StreamYard page.
So under View Campaign, right there, you see updates.
There, yeah.
You hit click there,
and then you just fill it out. Oh, there we go.
And it's it's kind of like a MailChimp or something like that. You got to put
it's a form.
It's pretty easy.
And it goes to everybody that contributed?
It goes to all the contributors. That's right.
That's great. I should have looked for the word update. My God.
I think, does it have like Kickstarter down at the bottom? You can pick like backers only or public if you really want to. But
here's the other thing too. If you have if you're using like MailChimp or something like that.
Yeah, I am.
And you want to send out like a consolidated list to not only your backers but the people who are following your mailing list.
Yeah,
you can download the CSV file, and then you can import that over into MailChimp.
Where do you do that? Oh, you mean from this?
Yeah, actually, it's I wouldn't want you to do it on this screen.
I'm not gonna. No worries.
Let's see if you go over to the dashboard. Yeah, I could talk you through it later, but
all right.
Yeah, when we hop off after, everybody else can just jump out. You two can talk about it.
We are 3 backers away from 700. We are 3 backers away from 700. There's Zayd is in the house. I'm excited, man. This campaign, like I've been getting texts and stuff of people congratulating.
That's awesome.
So very happy. Right now we're $11,000 over my original goal that I had in my head that would make this all work. So like Will was saying about the Keep David. It's all easy breezy after this, and we're going to be bringing you more comics. We're gonna we've got the date of January of 2021, but we're going to do everything we can to get it to you way before then. And like we had described in yesterday's stream, there are different schools of thought when it comes to fulfillment. Some people want to save the money and do it themselves, and that's okay because you can save money that way. I'm of the mind that I should hire and did hire a fulfillment company to handle it so I can continue to work on the next one. I could spend 2 months of fulfilling, or I can spend those 2 months working on Black Flag WTF, which is what I'm going to be doing. Let's see here. We got Berserk Guts. Congrats, bro. Good job on the book so far, man. Thank you very much. We got Will Perdomo in the house, who's a co-writer of the book. We got Scott, Door Kickers, kicking ass, big guns, demons. We got Spencer, Voidwalker, and we got Planet. He's a game developer. And we got my man, Death Metal Luke, who you got a comic shop and the best cats in Florida. Fucking awesome.
I think so.
And as always, taking care of the channel. We're hitting the 2 o'clock mark, which means I'm going to be taking the stream down for a little while. I need to eat something. I ate sugar this morning, which was a bad thing.
Yeah. You're already off the wagon again.
No, dude, I did it today. I haven't done it. And
it's easy to get off the wagon when you haven't done it.
You're spiraling, Dan.
It just hurts to eat it after a while.
3 shots and you're down the drain.
Yeah, King KDI asks, will I do a SWAT Indiegogo in the future? Absolutely.
Yes.
This campaign has proven that Incredible Comics is not only a possibility, it is now a reality. We have these are our books that are going to be coming down the line in the next year. We have SWAT, we have Gear Station, we have Switch, we have Big Time. We have other books. We have other plans. We're going to be taking a look at people's proposals to bring them over. It's going to be
idea book.
Yeah, exactly. The idea book. Sam Keith for a cover. I can reach out to Sam Keith. He's a Bay Area guy. Big favorite of mine. So I hope it goes good. Nova Blast says, "Hail Incredible Comics. I'll be backing soon." Thank you so much. You guys, we're at the 2 o'clock mark. We've been running for 2.5 hours.
Hail
3 hours.
Hail the ICU.
Hail ICU. Hail Comicsgate. Hail's chat. Gentlemen, I'm going to be ending broadcast. I'm going to do a final countdown. Chat, thank you again for everything. Thanks for the super chats. If you're not already, take a look at becoming a member of the channel. We're going to I highly recommend the middle tier, the $4.99 tier, where we're going to have private Q&As. Where we're going to have a StreamYard like this and bring people in, and we're going to be talking about the future. So, hail Mr. Biggins. Dude, come on a show. Maybe come on later tonight. I love Mr. Biggins has the best insights and the best stories. You guys, peace out. We will see you shortly tonight.
If you haven't already,
have a great day, everyone.
Hell, y'all.
Amen.